that you don't particularly love, but the rent is more affordable, that those are your options. But to take that stress off of you, I think you need to downsize with your space. If not your space, then you there's no going out. Maybe I get another car. Maybe I give up my car and take public transportation. But something has to be sacrificed so you can release that stress and think clearly about your next steps.
Okay. Okay. I feel like that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And I think that's why you're depressed or maybe anxious and why you want to see a psychiatrist. I think it's because of the stress of like, it's just you're overwhelmed. You're very overwhelmed. Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
Very.
So you need to think about downsizing immediately before summer.
Okay. And yeah, and that's the thing too. I feel like the chat saying like, have I tried to get other income? That I've been trying, and that's the thing too. Like I went from being able to get 2-3 jobs like easy, and now I know it's like it's not a unique thing. I know the job market sucks, but it's just like like now it's like I've been looking almost everywhere for side hustles. So if y'all know any, please feel free to message me.
Yeah, a side hustle could be, some Amazon. If you really want to get that coin, Amazon, working retail, something, a day trade. I'm working at a call center.
Yes.
If you don't want to leave your home, yes, the delivery driving. Yep.
Okay.
Overnight job, a server.
Okay.
She's not trying to
digital marketing.
She's not trying to hear that.
Yeah, it's hard out here, y'all. All right. But Ashley, thank you. Thank you for your time. I'm definitely going to take all this into consideration. And thank you so much.
You're welcome, darling. Have a good evening. Bye. Yeah, that would be my suggestion. If the rent is stressing you out, if the rent is too high, it's time to downsize. It's time to downsize. And I think what happens, and I'm going to tell you guys through experience, is just when you're making money and you're growing, I do understand as you're making money, you also kind of want to open up your lifestyle. But I say,
go down.
Wait. Don't buy the new car just yet. Don't buy the new home just yet. Hold the brakes. I would say give it another year.
Oh, true.
Don't jump in and buy a new home and new car. I know you're making more money now. I get that. But give it a second. Give it a second. Don't jump and buy new bags, new shoes, new car, new this, new that. Do not jump and buy a bunch of new things. Slow down.
Ashley, she's from New York.
Let your income build. Okay? Sit on it. Invest in things that will help you make more money. Before you jump and buy a new vehicle, a new home, a new shoe, a new bag. Be responsible.
Amen.
Because something can be here today and gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you have at least.
And the problem is, so the lady called and she was like, hey, Layla. She was like, oh, maybe I need to mature. I need to level up emotionally. I'm like, what does that even mean? Right. And so she was saying that she lives in New York. She used to have a really good job during COVID. So I guess she was working from home. And so she was finessing and she had 2 jobs on the clock. Okay. Then things changed. She would say, okay, she was called to go back into the office. So she had to give up one of her jobs. So now her income is slashed in half, but her rent is not slashed in half. So she's like, what do I do? So then Ashley said to her, well, if you really want to get this money, girl, you're going to have to downsize because it seems as though your rent is stressing you out. But that's not what she's trying to hear. Okay. That's not what she's trying to hear. So that, oh, thank you, right? Oh, thank you. And so I was like, so when, what happened? So then Ashley was like, well, if you really need to make this money, you can go work for Amazon. I'm like, Ashley, she will curse you out. You are insane. She's not going to want to do that, okay? You are insane. You are really crazy, right? But I've said this before. I think a lot of ladies, they consume the content and they try to keep up with influencers. forgetting that influencers have a whole different kind of bag. And influencers, they work with brands. They get sponsorships. So they have sponsorship money. They have AdSense money. They might have merch money, right? Most influencers, when they get to a certain level, they have multiple streams of income, right? You only have a job. You have one job. And you try to compete with somebody on YouTube that can charge all kinds of stupid money to brands, right? And people are quick to go buy cars. Look, I'm like, there's a thing on Lemonade, this app, there's another TikTok app. There's a car, like there's this really fancy, hey queen, there's this very fancy Mercedes. It's like a AMG GLE, right? The car's like $100,000. And there's so many girls on Lemonade claiming that car. You guys, it's $100,000 car. And I'm like, I know you people, not to be offensive, but I know you're not a millionaire, right? Because I'm like, I was daydreaming a lot. I don't know. I probably did. I don't know. I was my own world, though. I was my own space. But I'm like, the car, it's not even just getting the car. It's like you also got to be able to afford the maintenance for the car, the taxes for the car. It's like, do you really need this car? But the problem is, I'm like, a lot of people just want other people to look and be like, oh, yeah, look, you're so successful. You drive this car. You're so successful. And it's like, you have to learn to deal with your insecurities. You have to learn to deal with the reason why you feel like you need external validation for like an expensive price tag. Also, like, this is expensive. Okay. You are going to debt to impress other people. No, they don't have to be impressed. Okay. They do not have to be impressed. Big car. Another girl. Oh yeah. There was the other girl too. She was manifesting. She's like, currently she's like, oh, I'm praying to God for a miracle. Like she wants this house and like her dream house. And so she's waiting for God for her dream house. And I'm like, God is not in the business of giving houses. Okay. If that's the house you want, you're going to have to figure out a way to get the house by yourself. Okay. You're going to have to figure out a way to get the house. It's like, I told you, I'm like, hey, Lacey, I'm like, so many Black people have turned God into some kind of like juju, some kind of like genie, like, oh, waiting for miracles. There are no miracles. There's no savior. If you want this house, you're going to have to work really hard to get that house. Okay. God is not in business. God does not give anybody houses. Like, people are crazy. People are really, really crazy. Let me tell you what happened yesterday too, right? Let me tell you what happened yesterday. So there's this one lady that I follow, like she's a Black lady, right? She has a hair care line, right? So I've ordered from her before, but it was like some flaxseed gel. Okay. So I was like, okay, I like her stuff. Her hair's really long. So maybe I could try to support her. So I go on her website. The item was $14, right? It was $14. But you guys, guess how much the shipping was? Okay. So if the gel is $14, can you please guess how much the shipping fee was? I was like, oh, girl, what? So I run back to her DMs and I'm like, girl, like your shipping is really crazy. And I'm like, you can just ship your stuff with like flat rate priority. I know about the shipping rates, right? And I'm like, it's way cheaper than that. But I'm like, your shipping is too expensive. Like, if you keep charging this kind of money for shipping, like a lot of people are going to just abandon the cart and just leave the item in the cart. Like, nobody's going to pay more for shipping than you're paying for the actual product. That doesn't make any sense. Right? I'm like, that does not make any sense. Okay. And I've been telling her, like, over a year, I've told this lady, I'm like, you should repost your content on YouTube, like, because she already has the content. I'm like, all you have to do is just create another YouTube account for your business and just repost the stuff on YouTube, right? Like, what's the big deal? She's like, oh, I don't know. So then yesterday, I was like, because she was celebrating like 5 years of her brand. And so I left her a comment. Maverick, please. I left her a comment. And I'm like, you should get your stuff. You should get your product stuff on TikTok shop, right? And this lady gonna write back and say, oh, I'm just waiting for God to lead me. And I was like, excuse me? So like I responded back. I was like, oh my God, I cannot stand when Black people do this whole like overly religious crap. Like, it triggers me. I'm like, there are children dying in Palestine. God really has to come down and tell you to move your products to TikTok shop? Like, are you actually listening to yourself? Like, this is so crazy, right? I'm like, what? So I'm like, the people who are selling on TikTok shop, they're not Christians? They're not Christians? This thing is so wild to me. I'm waiting for God to lead me to go to TikTok shop. I'm like, there are people. Oh, shout out that little baby right there. Okay. This one, he has no bedtime. He just tortures us. Okay. Look at him. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. I've never seen a baby fight sleep like this. But anyways, I'm like, there are kids dying in Palestine. God does not need to come down here and tell you how to be an actual boss to your company. Like, you are an executive. You have to make executive decisions. But my thing is, right now, TikTok is investing like $2 billion, right? Oh, you do. Oh, hey, Anik, what's up, my love? Right? I'm like, God has, I'm like, y'all, I was just so triggered yesterday. I even told her, like, if you block me, it's okay. Like, I get it. Like, if you block me, I get it. But I'm like, I just can't stand when Black people like, everything is super, super religious. It's like, it's business, right? Like, stop with this foolishness. It's business. Everybody that sells on TikTok is not a demon. There are a lot of Christians who sell on TikTok. There's nothing that you can decide on your own. What you have to do when it comes to TikTok Shop, you do your research, you consume as many videos as possible, you sign up for TikTok Shop, and then you see what comes with it. But I'm like, I've told you before, when I came to order from you, right, that your shipping fee is even higher than the actual product. So think about all the people who left the stuff in the cart because the shipping fee was just ridiculous. Like right now, because TikTok is investing like $2 billion into TikTok Shop, right? They subsidize a lot of shipping. So the seller doesn't pay for shipping, the buyer doesn't pay for shipping. TikTok will eat the cost because they're trying to have more transactions on the platform. So you win. You as a buyer, you win. The seller wins. Sometimes you can even get free shipping and a coupon code. Okay? And all of that. TikTok eats the cost. So I'm like, just think about the number of sales you could have had. But I'm like, if you are afraid, just say that. If you've got comfortable on Instagram, just say that. But by God's grace, do not hide behind God. Why? Like, you don't need God. I'm like, you're almost, I don't know, maybe she's like in her 40s, whatever. But I'm like, you don't need to hide behind God. If you're scared to make the move, just say that. But most of the time, if you're scared, it's because you're ignorant. You just don't know enough. Right? You just don't know enough. But it's like, it triggers me where it's like, all you have to do your part. You have to do your research, right? You have to understand this. It is your job. You are the CEO. It is your job to know where to move your company. But I'm like, if everybody's business, even the big companies, like the big hair companies, like Olaplex, Amika, K18, and Pray, these people are on TikTok Shop. If billionaires are thinking that it's a good thing to be on TikTok Shop, why are you not on TikTok Shop? Like, seriously, like, what is it going to cost you to do that? I'm like, that's so crazy to me. I'm like, even the Bible says God told the people, like, enlarge your territory, like, stretch out your tents, enlarge your territory and stuff like that, right? David asked God, shall I pursue? The Lord said, yeah, pursue and recover all. But even if you didn't even know God, even remove God out of this. This is business, right? If you know that there's a new platform that has over, I don't know, like 150, 170 million American people like who use it every day, right? It got so serious. It went to court. So obviously there's something going on there, right? What does it cost you to say, okay, let me do my research. Like, let me watch some videos. Let me learn about this, right? Do your job. But how can you say, oh, I'm waiting for God to lead me? Then you must not want to be successful. You must not want to be successful. This is ridiculous. It drives me insane. It drives me insane. You have a brain. You have time. You have a notebook, right? You can watch videos. You can read stuff on the internet, right? Educate yourself. You can even go to TikTok and educate yourself. Or people are like, oh, no, I don't want to get on TikTok because I'm scared about my data. Nah, shut up, Joe broke ass. Okay? Like, what data? Like, what? I didn't understand, like, just like with this whole Dodge stuff with like Elon, oh, Elon's going to have access to sensitive data. I'm like, the vast majority of Americans are broke. The vast majority of Americans have bad credit. Like, nobody's going to do anything with your stuff. Like, it's not even worth it. Like, what are we talking about? Right? But I'm like, a lot of people, they just drag their feet, something so basic. They will drag their feet. And I'm like, you just don't want to be successful. I'm like, so is your business, like, is this actually a business or it's a hobby, right? But if you have the content, what is it to this? Okay, I already made the videos. It's not like you have to make new videos. You don't have to make new videos. You already have the videos. Just repost the videos everywhere and just see what happens. But how can you be a Christian and you don't have faith? Like, it's so crazy to me. The stuff is free. if you have to pay like a monthly fee to be on YouTube and TikTok, I can kind of see it, right? Okay, like, do I want to add more expenses? But my thing is, it's free. YouTube is free. TikTok is free. IG is free, right? If you've already made the content, what's the big deal about reposting the content on all platforms, right? You just never know. You know, where like a video might not do well on IG, it could do crazy well on TikTok. If it doesn't do well on TikTok, it could do well on YouTube, right? But I'm like, every algorithm is different. Every platform is different. Every audience is different. So if you have a brand, if you have a business, you have a product, right? Oh, c'était bien, Janelle, merci beaucoup. C'est bien, ça va. Et toi? It was good, boo-boo. What about you? Okay. But if you have a business, you should want everybody to see your product, right? Because if they're not buying from you, they're buying from somebody else. But I'm like, so you grew your hair, because like, I'm telling you guys, her hair is so beautiful. Coucou Marie, her hair is so beautiful. She grew her hair. I'm like, so when you grew out your hair, were you waiting for God? Like when you grew out your hair for 5 years, did you wait for God to say, okay, time for you to grow your hair? Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. When you grew out your hair, did you ask God? When you started your business, you asked God? When you decide to wash your hair every week, you ask God? No. When you brush your teeth, you have to ask God. When you pay your bills, do you wait for God to lead you to pay your bills? Like, this is ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. Like, people need to stop being silly. People need to stop being silly. And I'm like, I could see why. When they would say things like, oh, Black women don't get enough funding, like Black women only get 2% of the funding, I can see, because if the vast majority of Black women are Christians, and this is how they go into business meetings asking for money, God this, and God's going to lead me, and God's going to move me, and God this, I can see why a lot of people are going to be scared. Because instead of you actually being in charge of your business, you're thinking that God's going to tell you what to do with your business. I won't even give you my money too. Like, nah, you're crazy. You are really crazy, right? It's about the research, about the facts, it's about the cost. How much is it going to cost me? But I'm like, by now, had you been on TikTok Shop since I told you that, only God knows where your business would have gone, because they are doing so much subsidizing. That's why that girl, Stormy, Canvas Beauty, that's why she's doing so well. Because when she started out and her orders were coming in, TikTok was like subsidizing her shipping. So she wasn't paying for shipping. People were not paying for shipping. So it's like, okay, I'll try it. Like, what do I have to lose? It's free shipping and it's a coupon code. So a lot of people started buying her product because they didn't have to pay for shipping, right? But I'm like, hello. But like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it's going to be way harder to sell on TikTok Shop. So now it's the beginning. Like, they have a lot of money. They're trying to fight with Amazon. They're trying to compete with Amazon. So it's like, if you have a business, right, and you have good products, you should have your business on TikTok Shop. Trust me, I live there. I'm always there.
And put a little makeup on, get you a nice pencil skirt, a nice pointed toe shoe, and a nice blouse. Okay. And a cute bag, and go out to the banks and, networking events and, rally up some money and things like that. That would be my suggestion to you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. So,
you're welcome.
Business Bob, lip liner. Okay, I can do that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. All the best.
You too.
All the best, darling. Sorry. No. What is going on?
No, it's here. What's going on?
A business bob. Yes, a business bob. Mascara.
I'll do remote. Oh my God.
All right, let's see what we have up next.
Oh Lord, y'all. Because even me, I signed up for a TikTok Shop so I could see what it's about. I'm like, that's pretty good. Pretty good. But I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for God. I'm like, you don't have to wait for God for anything. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. I'm like, this is so crazy. Ashley, what's happening with your show channel?
Hello, G. Welcome in.
Hey, sorry. Let me turn on my camera. Okay. Sorry, just kidding.
Yes. Welcome in. Do you consent to be on a live on potentially all platforms?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What brings you up tonight?
Kind of just wanted some level up advice. I'm in my upper 20s. I feel like my dating life I honestly haven't had a dating life all my life, so just kind of want to change things up.
Okay, so is this level up advice specifically for finding a date and finding a guy to be in a relationship with?
Just everything in general, honestly.
Okay, so finding a guy and just because, both.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Can we start with your hair? How do you usually style your hair? Is it in a pony?
So I actually have a sew-in. I can take it down. Sorry, like I said, I just came back from a walk. But yeah, I just wear it in like a middle part or a side.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's that. Wow. All right, it's that. I don't know how you do it. I was not expecting that to come down like that. Okay. Nice. What do we do for makeup day to day?
This is kind of just like my everyday concealer, lashes, eyebrows. I normally honestly do my makeup almost every morning. That's how I like to start off my day. But yeah.
And can we do a brighter lip day to day?
Yeah, I'm like really nervous. I don't really know how to do a lip being a dark-skinned woman. That's like one thing I do struggle with.
Yeah, let's get a mauve, MUAVE. I want you to get that lip color and a gloss and a lipstick.
Okay.
All right. Yes, I want us to do brighter lips day to day, and maybe a light blush.
A blush? Okay.
A light blush, something very light. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, and no glasses. The chat is saying no glasses.
What? I can't see though.
Do we have contacts?
So we do. I just don't wear them because I hate the feeling in my eyes.
All right. So when you're going out, I want you to do contacts because you look better without the glasses.
Okay. I honestly don't go out. It's one thing I need to change too.
So we have to work on that.
Yeah.
Because we can't meet anyone, new friends, a guy. We can't meet anyone in the house.
No, that is true. That is true.
Mm-hmm. Can I see the nails?
Yeah. I just have.
Actually, what kind of?
Okay. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Let me step back from the camera.
How's the party treating you? How's the pre treating you?
Oh yeah, I have on a crazy fit. Like I said, I just came back from walking my dog.
Okay. The dog said, "What are you doing?"
I know.
Okay. Alrighty. How much weight are we looking to lose?
So I want to lose at least 15 pounds. I started my weight loss journey towards the beginning of this year. I've been walking 10K steps every day, so that's one thing I have been sticking to, and that's been helping a lot. So far I've lost 6 pounds since the beginning of the year, but I definitely want to lose more. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I say keep that going. We gave you some tweaks around your appearance. You need to get out the house more. Are we getting out once a week?
No, not even that. I work remote, and I feel like ever since the pandemic, I don't go out at all.
Okay, we need to go out once a week moving forward. You said you're in your 20s, right?
Yes, I am 27.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, we need to get out once a week.
Yeah.
Again, I think it's healthy for us to get out the house. And two, if you want to meet friends, if you want to be in a relationship, if that's something you want, you have to be seen.
But I'm like, actually, your advice is kind of stupid. That's the advice she gives these girls. How you do your hair, how you do your makeup. Let me see your nails. That's what gets by your husband. Oh, well, look at that. Well, look who got the coins. Okay, so you like it, huh? You like it? Well, I'm glad you do. See, I give good advice. I'm an amazing influencer, okay? I give great product recommendation. A Apray is amazing. Amazing. Okay. But I'm like, Ashley, your dating, your coaching business, this ain't it. Like, what the heck? You ever asked her what kind of man she's into? Like, what kind of man does she like? Who would she want to be with? Then based on that, you give her the advice. Oh, how you do your hair? How do you wear your makeup? Oh, what kind of lips do you wear? What do your nails look like? These are quite shallow though. I'm like, girl, no, this ain't good. This is not good advice.
I don't know why. I feel like
is that a confidence thing? Do you feel like you don't look the part? What is it?
No, I feel like I've just been single for so long. I fear that I'm comfortable being single, if that makes sense.
Why is that?
But wait, so you're chatting with someone on an app that you actually like on your walk, you're working out.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I think I'm just awkward. Like, I don't know. I really don't know.
okay. I
I
don't know. I think the ladies, y'all want pen pals. That's what I'm starting to believe. Y'all just want a pen pal, a guy to talk to. Okay. That's what it's given. I don't
I'll go
know.
on for like a couple of days and I'll delete it. Like maybe like 5 days after. I don't know why. But then I'll come back to it.
Okay, and when a guy sees you out, does he say anything like, hey?
Yeah, so normally they won't really talk to me out in public, but they'll DM me like right after, like, oh hey, I saw you, yada yada yada, you look good, this, that, and the third. But I feel like in public they don't really speak to me and I don't want to speak first. So that's an issue too.
Okay, so they did see you, they thought you looked good. Did they say, now let's go out on a date? I saw you. I know I'm talking to the real thing.
So they don't really say let's go on a date. They'll just say like, oh, you look good, and then they'll try to continue the conversation like via DM. Yeah, that's like one thing I've been noticing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't know. Dating apps, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody that's strange. I would assume that would make it easier for you guys to date because I saw you, you saw me. We know we are who we say we are. Okay, like I don't know. So maybe not dating apps. Maybe we need to get out and meet people.
Oh yeah, I think we definitely need to get out. I am going to a comedy show tomorrow, so that's going to be like my first outing of the year. So I'm excited for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is good. So we're making baby steps.
Yes, baby steps.
And this goes for all the girls, not just G. For all the girls watching, at least once a week, you need to go out.
To go where?
Yeah, so and I also say join social clubs. I actually just joined a book club recently. It's virtual though, so I don't know if that's really gonna help anything. But yeah.
All right. Well, at least you're doing something that counts. All right. So keep us updated, Jean.
Does she charge with you? So I will. I think you said brighter lip, a blush, and then just lose weight. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome, beauty. Bye-bye. Mm-hmm.
What?
I think everyone has like social anxiety. What? I think everyone does. I'm starting to believe the women and the men, they both do.
Does she actually charge for this?
That's so strange for a man to see a woman to see a man out, and you guys were chatting online. I think on both sides, and no one says nothing. Everyone's socially, I think it goes for both sides. It's like it's more normal to speak to someone online or over the phone than it is to communicate online. That's so strange.
Does she charge people for this?
Yeah.
This is bad advice.
But I don't think it's fear of rejection if we're both attracted to each other and we met on the app and we seen each other's photos and we spoke. Maybe we even advanced to a FaceTime call. Doesn't feel awkward. All right, let's keep it going. Let's see.
What in the world? What is this? Yep. Double up advice.
Rare gem. Rare gem. Lana. Lana.
No, let me get my pants on. Mama, why you want to let me get it? That's the thing.
Hello, Pocoyo. What are you making, Pocoyo?
This is crazy.
What is it?
I don't like how she's giving advice to these ladies. I don't like it.
Hello.
I don't like it.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi. I quick save.
You don't, girl. You know you ain't got no camera access.
I do have camera access. What does that
You
mean?
don't have-
Where do
you
I
don't
get
have
from?
I don't know, baby girl. You don't have camera access. Mylan. Hello, Terry.
Ashley, I got camera access. Hold on. Okay, sweet. Hi.
Hi, we can't see you yet.
Camera save. Sweet.
Hello, Cherry. Welcome in.
Where is she? That is so bright.
I just wanted to say shout out to you
Because
because a few years ago, I was just like scrolling on social media,
okay.
and you had this video that you're speaking of about how to start off your day.
How to start off? How to start off? Say it again.
How
Love.
to start off your day, like what you should eat for breakfast during your weight loss journey.
Yes.
And you're like, just get a pack of oatmeal.
Mhm.
Don't add anything else. Just start off with that and see how long you can go. I started my weight loss journey in 2022. I lost 100 pounds.
Congratulations.
I really didn't like document it because it was something personal, but it was you. Like I mean, we're all scrolling. We don't know each other, but I just wanted to thank you for that because it changed my life and I get to share it with others because it doesn't have to be that complicated. So shout out to you.
Oh, thank you for the support and you're welcome. Yes, that was the oatmeal challenge. I think in 2022, we did the oatmeal challenge and that went viral. Yes, I remember that. So I appreciate your support and congratulations on your weight loss. I'm sure you feel fantastic. I think you're going in and out.
I do. Definitely probably have some leveling up to do because I'm getting like notifications. So I'm sorry.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
kinda
probably
a
some
service.
areas. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna step out.
Okay. I'm gonna take you down. Congrats, darling. Bye-bye. Congrats. Her service was kind of shaky in and out. Congrats. Yes, I did the oatmeal challenge in 2022. Okay, I did the oatmeal challenge in 2022. When I started on this app in 2019, I was going viral for waist training in 2019. So when I first stepped on the scene, I was going viral, millions of views. The algorithm was good in 2019. You had to be there, okay?
Okay.
But I was going viral for waist training. Then I started talking about fitness and working out and all of the things. And around 2022, I started the oatmeal challenge, which also went viral. And I also think to this day, the reason Ice Spice says I be eating my oats is because she saw that on my TikTok page. Okay. I also want to say the reason that Beyonce said drinking my water, minding my business was because I said it on YouTube back in 2021. That was like my slogan on YouTube.
Oh my God.
It was drink your water, mind your business. I used to say that 2020, 2021.
So nobody else said
all year, okay?
Yeah.
Even my mentor, my mother, people I knew called me and said, Ashley, drinking your water. And it's not that she just said it, it's the way she said it.
Oh.
Beyonce said, drinking my water, minding my business. If you watch my YouTube videos back then, you would know.
Okay.
No, I'm not delusional at all. At all.
Nope.
No. And I did a whole like video about Beyonce. I was like, Beyonce performed at Coachella for 3 hours and y'all can't work out, it's here on this page. It's here on this page. It is. Y'all don't think celebrities have Finstas? Y'all really think celebrities don't have Finsta pages and they're not up to date? You don't think Beyonce's on TikTok? Y'all don't think Nicki Minaj is on TikTok, or your favorite celebrity is on TikTok? They're humans. They probably have Finstas.
Okay, Ashley.
I know it's hard to believe, but they're people. I'm sure they want to know the tea and what's going on so they could stay abreast of things. You know, I'm sure they have a Finsta. For sure they do. A burner. I'm sure they have a fake page. I could bet my bottom dollar on it. They have a fake page.
So people find this interesting now. People find this interesting.
Yes. They said now, Ashley. Okay, you could say now whatever. I know for sure. I'm going to say that confidently. You could call me Delulu all day long. That drinking your water, minding your business. Oh, honey, she was watching. Hey, B. Hey, Nikki. Hey to all the girls who watch from the fake pages. Hey, girl, hey.
You're so damn stupid. What in the world?
I don't need y'all to believe it. I believe it. Like the live. Can we get to 200,000 likes? Thank you. Thank you, Naya. Can we get to 200,000 likes? Y'all laughing now until the day somebody's quoting me or saying Ashley L. Dalton. It's all fun and games. And then it's, oh, I knew. Oh, I knew. I always knew, Ash. Thank you, Rena. Can we get to 200,000 likes? Can we get to 200,000 likes? Thank you.
Actually, you're delusional.
Let me also save this clip. Let me save this clip. I got to save this clip. Put it in the stash so I could pull it out when I'm ready. Thank you, Oliver. Thank you, everyone. You better believe in yourself. If you don't believe in you, no one's going to believe in you. I remember when I started my channel, no one believed in me. No one. I remember when my cousin came to me last year and said, I thought you was crazy when you said you were going to start a TikTok and a YouTube and you was going to have this, that, and the third in your life. Everyone thinks you're crazy until you make it happen. Everyone thinks you're crazy. Everyone thinks it's not possible until you actually do it. So always remember, if you believe in you, no one else has to believe in you. That's how you manifest. You believe it and you get it done. Yeah, think about even Kanye West. I know he's extreme. I know Kanye West is an extreme example, but his delusion made him a billionaire. His delusion.
No, it's not.
So if you're not that delusional about what you believe in, you will never make it. You will never lose the weight. You will never get the home, the car, the man, the friends. You won't ever get it. Because if you don't believe in you, who else is going to believe in you? Okay. We're almost at 200,000 likes. Can y'all like the live? Thank you. What? Delusion and audacity. Okay, that's what you need. I put that on threads. Delusion and audacity. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you. I'm not supposed to be here. No, not this little girl from the inner cities of Harlem. No, I'm not supposed to be here doing this, living this life. They told a little girl like me I would never see this life. I would never. That's what they told me growing up. They said, you know, not people where you come from, you don't make it out. You don't make it out. So if I can make it out of there, you telling me, oh, a celebrity, they ain't going to like me or shout me out. That's little stuff. That's crumbs compared to where I came from. Crumbs. Somebody shouting me out. That's crumbs. If you can make it out of your situations, whatever you made it out.
Honestly, me personally, I disagree with the fact that it was delusion that made Kanye successful. No, Kanye has a lot of skills. He's very skilled. Okay. Now, yeah, delusion, like it might give you the courage to keep pushing. Like when things don't go your way, yeah, sure. But Kanye is not a talentless person that happens to be delusional. Like if you are Delulu and you have no skills, you're not gonna make it. Okay, you're just delusional. Now, if you are extremely talented and you have a strong work ethic, and then you're somewhat like you have big dreams, yeah, you're gonna make it because you have talent, you have work ethics, right? But just sitting here, just daydreaming, manifesting, being delusional, oh yeah, no, it's not gonna work. It is not gonna work. You have to work. You have to work.
How
You're
are you?
there.
I know I interrupted because you were giving such a
Wait, the service is spotty. The service.
But I'm in her city right now. Like, she got me.
She got you. You're there. But the service, we can't hear you.
Hello?
Your service is bad.
Yeah. Damn. Wait. Let me show you the camera. Can you hear me now or no?
Yeah, we can hear you, but it's
Like
lagging.
breakfast. Like she got me breakfast.
Wow, she got you breakfast.
My bad.
Oh my god.
I'll come back in time.
Okay,
It's
bye.
a
Have
wholesome
fun.
update. It's a wholesome update. No action is happening.
It's a whole. Okay, good. A wholesome update. Perfect. Stay safe, darling. Wow. Okay. So that is our friend. Okay, that is one of our live friends here. He's been chatting with us for the last 3 years. I want to say it's almost been 3 years. Uguay, I think that's how you pronounce his name, has been coming up here for almost 3 years. And he has started a relationship with an older woman he had met on a plane on his way to Shanghai. I think he said Shanghai. And she's an older woman, 40 plus something, who is married with children. Yes, that's someone said, is that the Disneyland man? Yes. So they met on a plane. They became pen pals. They FaceTime. They talked on the phone. They kind of fell in love. And he would come back up on a live every so often and say, Ash, in Community, she wants to fly me out. She wants to take me to Disney. She wants to put me in a nice hotel. She wants to fly me out. I think, what is it? Shanghai. I want to say again, Shanghai, Tokyo, one of the places.
Ashley boring me. I'm bored. Okay. Hold on.
First sending me
Let's see.
somebody gotta tell y'all because y'all can't hear or y'all are in denial about it.
Not even sure it can make me laugh.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth.
What happened?
You said that's why you're single. Well, it's better to be single than be with a man that can't do nothing for you.
Hey, Bruno.
Okay? Because that's just dead weight. All right?
She was funny. Dangerous, but she's funny.
They are in denial. Like literally, they got one job to do. If they can't do it, dismissed.
She was crazy. It's funny. She cracks me up.
All right, because that's crazy. Y'all are letting these dudes in your life, letting these dudes live in your house, eat up your food, cheat on you while you at work, cry, send you to therapy, put you on medication, stress you out, age you prematurely, won't even give you no ring, won't pay no bills. When all you have to do is dismiss them and only deal with men who are beneficial. That's all you got to do.
She is funny. She is funny.
None of them come along. Well, what about when you get lonely? Well, what about this? Okay, well then go actually do some charity work if you get lonely. Go give back to the community for real. Don't use and waste your charity on a dusty. Thank you, Clarissa. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're starting to date a married man whose wife is okay with it. How do I suggest I will expect my bills to be paid?
It's funny.
Girl, I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Ooh.
Ask them.
Ooh.
Why you asking me? Ask them, girl. Maybe you can get on direct deposit. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay.
Lady is funny.
She said the wife is okay with it.
The wife is okay with what?
Well, as long as it's coming out of only his money, I'm sure she just don't care either. But she probably not even attached to him. She just probably saying, as long as the bill's paid, I don't care what you do. Better her than me. You're gonna be doing the dirty work probably. Because a lot of wives don't even like dealing with certain men after a while. It was like, you can have her, just as long as the name on the deed and the beneficiary is still the same. We
Yeah.
Piping.
Piping. Oh, thank you. Look, you know the read session queen know how to correct me. Me and my co-host, we have
These two, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Sierra and Nene together. When I tell you Nene is so shady and Sierra is so clueless. Have you ever seen these two together? They are funny.
Juice going on today. Nene, what we talking about?
What you been doing? First of all,
I've been just chilling, just opening up my legs so my husband can look under my skirt.
Oh. Sierra, I can't do this with y'all. Okay, I cannot. Okay, girl. So have you bought anything lately? Any new fashions, a purse?
Oh, yes. So I bought I bought a few things. You know I'm an LV girl, I love Louis.
Oh yeah.
Well, these right here, these
those are amazing.
Boots, I have these in the first season. These are actually the newest season, and I had them for about 4 months. And this is my first time wearing them on set with you today.
I'm like that sometimes.
Yeah,
buy stuff and just hold on to it. Don't ever use it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But you like
got so much shit.
Yeah, I am a shopper. So I definitely have, my pieces.
Yeah, you got your pieces.
Hey,
bitch.
Yeah, but I haven't bought anything lately.
Really? You just
let me see. Oh, I actually bought something yesterday. Damn, I forgot.
See what I'm saying?
It was just an outfit.
And you sent me pictures of that black bag with the shoes.
I bought that.
Yeah.
You turned me on to a good store too.
Yeah,
to get my sweats and stuff.
Remember this clip?
What you doing?
Talking to you.
Oh my God! You didn't answer my call yesterday.
I know. You were called a few times.
I knew you were doing it on purpose.
No, I was busy. I told you. I
was like, oh my gosh, she's trying not to answer my call.
No. You called twice, and I did put you to stop.
I was gonna text you, then I thought, just forget it.
You know I value my time.
She didn't want to talk to me because she knew I was gonna be here today.
Right. So why talk on the phone last night? I had a situation going on.
You look so cute.
You look cute. Look. So wait, look. First, the hair.
Yes. I thought I'd be you a little bit.
It's very pretty.
The last time we were together, she got mad with me and she said, "And your wig is too thin." And I was like, "Oh my God, is it?"
Well, it was. Yeah. No, because you had it straight. It was straight, but it was thin.
So I thought I'd put extra hair in so you wouldn't talk.
Well, how do you like it now? Is this from Swag Boutique or is this off the runway?
No, this is off of Saks Fifth Avenue, honey, right up there.
Yes.
Yeah. You look so pretty.
Thank you. And the earrings, they're really good.
These are Gucci.
Okay, of course.
Yeah. Butterflies.
Listen, when you roll with Nene, you've got to understand you cannot be cheap. And I am as cheap as the day is long. And
She's a little frugal.
She gets very upset. And now the shoes, please, with the shoe cam. Okay. Down there. Down, look.
These are Christian Louboutin. Yeah.
First class all the way.
Like we're both nervous.
I'm not nervous.
You're not?
No, I feel like they're not even here.
Oh, okay.
This is how we talk. Look, she started acting like a real big head jerk on the show, and $1 million paycheck or whatever they're paying you or not. We missed the girl that we knew. And then all of a sudden, you stuck with that character. So I was like, I'm done with Nene.
That's her version. Okay, y'all want to hear mine?
Go ahead.
So, you know how when he does her hot topics, and so she was just hot topic this, hot Nene this,
I still have to talk about you.
And I was just like, well, dang, she is just really running my name in the dirt. Then one day she was like Nene in her Birkin. I was like, that's it.
Right.
That's
when
it.
You marked up the Birkin.
Yes. And
then put my name on it, calling me a bitch or something on it.
I did not.
Yes, sir. You called me a man or something. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I did not.
Yes.
I listen, that is not
Yes,
on my
the hell
Birkin.
you did.
I promise to God.
No, you put Wendell.
I did not.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
That is not on my Birkin. I promise. That is. What you doing?
Talking to you.
Oh my God. You didn't answer my call yesterday.
I know. You were called a few times.
I knew you were doing it.
He's like, Nene, I gotta work. Hold on. Why she told Nene that she had to work? She's like,
Nene left Wendy speechless.
I didn't take nothing from her. I don't need to take anything from her. I didn't even do the event that she's talking about because I didn't need to do the event. If anything, I could help her. And I'm helping her right now by talking about her because people don't usually talk about her. You don't even want her to come on here by herself.
What the heck? I will find this episode when she told her, she was like, "You shop too much."
I love Mariah Carey. You all seem to think.
I'm gonna find that. Yeah, my auntie Karen going to jail for a year. I'm so sad.
But I liked
I
it.
seen you
Yeah.
take pictures
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
It's a
But you thought it was
vibe,
I'm
baby.
just
It was
really-
so
Yeah,
cute.
I thought it was
It was so
cute. I
cute.
really like it. Yeah.
So I just got all the new Louis silver stuff, and I got the
Okay.
colorful stuff.
I love the silver.
Man,
Let's talk about something.
need it. Like
I
it's
get
hard.
that they
They
need
can't
it, yeah.
find jobs.
But what about the people who are really young that start on at like 19 and then they just never get off of it?
Girl, because I ain't gonna lie, I started when I was about 17 because I had my daughter at 15. And the biggest things that I cried about, I had the worst of letting go was my food stamps.
Sierra, you gotta stop.
No,
this
I'm
bit.
so serious.
Girl, was this a joke for real?
No, I swear to God on my life.
I mean, they are good.
When I
aren't they?
became successful, the worst, I really cried. It was like a little tear I shed it because I didn't want to let my stamps go. Did you get $1,000 worth of food stamps a month?
Sierra, I cannot.
I'm talking about you going there, you racking up. Then when I transitioned, I started buying that shit. I'm like, oh,
it was really expensive.
sick in my stomach. I didn't want to let my stamps go, but you know.
But Sierra, even though you were on public assistant, you have you have
I love
shown.
how you say public assistant.
What's it called?
Food stamps.
But that is
Food,
and
no,
it's-
I love how you make it because we just be like our stamps, food stamps, Section 8,
Oh,
Medicaid.
okay.
Well, we don't call it public assistance.
Well,
Yeah.
what I
love
what
that,
I
though.
love about you and you talking about public assistant is that you can really show the girls you came up out of that. Like you came up out of that. You really started doing your thing. Those girls would love for you to talk to them and show
And
them
I
so
do
all
that.
the love.
So I have a membership with my Money Monsters. It's called Sierra Sisterhood, where I actually the girls come in and I show them how to start from ground up.
That's amazing.
But the I'm human, and the weak side of me is still looking for people food stamps to buy every month. I just be like,
Sierra, you crazy. Girl, I know people that do. I know people that do. I do know people that do. I do. Well, I don't know anyone, but if somebody run across me, I'll let you know.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah.
But other than Trump taking our food stamps and Medicaid and goddamn Section 8, bitch, my mama had Section 8. It was pretty good. She actually kept us in really nice houses. And, you know, it's like a lottery. Everybody can't get it. And with our Section 8, we was actually able to live very nice with our Section 8.
Nice.
Yeah, we had nice houses in Buckhead and different cities. So we was able to live in other areas that my friends and people I grew up with couldn't live because we had it, you know?
Yeah.
But nevertheless, today we're talking about Gen X and Gen Z. Is that what it? That's what it is. Like old school versus new school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's do it.
Yeah, we should. So you start off. What is something that you notice? And I can even go old school to new school.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about different things that like I see from back in the day, from when I was much younger, and then now.
Well, now I have to say this because I'm newly single. Now I see singles are more like on apps and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And old school way would be maybe somebody introduced you or you were out and you met somebody and it felt a lot more safer. Today, it seems less safe. Like you can really meet a weirdo. Like, I don't know. I feel like the new generation X is doing things a lot different.
Yeah, just like on the apps and stuff. You
on
think
the
that's
apps.
not safe?
Generation X, I feel like it felt to me like it was a little bit more safer and being introduced to people. I feel like, you know, today it's a lot of people on apps and stuff like that. I don't know. And social media meeting and DM meeting and that kind of stuff. So it's different. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the
Would
same
you get on the
too,
app if you were
being a
dating?
millennial. Millennial, whatever. What is it? Millennial. Yeah, millennial. I feel the same. I feel like being a M. It's the same. Like it was much more safe. I remember going outside, having to come home when the street lights come on. It was just like a good vibe. It was safe. It was fun. The food was better. The quality of the meat was just real. Like everything is being scientific made up. It's not
Yeah.
safe. I just feel like this generation is not safe, and
Yeah.
I'm scared of that. You know.
Yeah, me too.
And dating was fun. Like
Yeah.
I remember, growing up, do you like me? Yes or no? Check on the paper.
Check on the paper.
Now it's all in your DM.
Yes.
Everybody cheating. Don't nobody want to get married. Don't nobody want to have no grandkids because all the grandmamas trying to act motherfucking 2 and 3 and 12. It's just like, it's so confusing.
It is very confusing.
It's confusing.
It's very confusing.
So yeah, I don't feel safe.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
But what about we talked about dating. What else something in this generation that has changed a lot?
I think the way you receive food, like deliveries and things like that. So, I mean,
like Uber Eats and stuff.
Yeah, the Uber Eats, the DoorDash, all of that stuff is very new school. Like, no, we were not doing all of that.
What's one of your favorite old school songs? Your generation, in your generation.
I don't know who sang this song, honey. Turn off the lights.
Oh, that's Marvin Gaye. Ain't it?
Oh, and light a candle. Ow!
Or is that Marvin or that's
who is that?
Who is that, y'all?
Oh my God.
See, that's Teddy Pendergrass.
Teddy!
Oh shit, that's Teddy.
Come on, Teddy, turn off the lights, honey.
Well, that was not my generation, but I love
and
that
light
song.
a candle, baby. He
Ooh.
wasn't mine either, but my mama was turning off the lights and lighting candles, honey. Yeah.
Ooh, let me see. One of my songs was Complicated by Nivea.
Okay, complicated.
You remember that song?
Yes.
Yeah, Complicated. And 25, I can give you 25.
But I love music, so.
Me too. You do. I could tell by your post.
Yeah, I love music.
I feel like, how do you pull this song up?
I'm a big music
I
girl.
look on your page and be like, oh, I'm going to post that tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
I like the music.
You like a lot of Nicki.
Yeah.
You like a
Do not pop your balloon. However, if there's anything that was said that you're just not really
more a lot. Serial entrepreneur.
Okay, very cool. And why'd you end up popping your balloon?
It was really just the age. Nice dress. It was really just the age.
Okay.
Yeah, she's older than me, so yeah. I
Got
don't
it.
typically want that.
Okay. Now, is he someone that's your type?
He looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't date younger. It's still, I mean, it's a cultural thing that's okay, but I'm still trying to warm up to it. I'm still trying to warm up to the fact that I could be with someone younger that could teach me something. So I do understand where you come from.
Thank you.
Let's head back over here. Name and age.
I'm Don and I'm 33.
33. Okay. And Don, what do you do?
So I'm a serial entrepreneur as well. I also have a marketing company and have a company called Arizona Trending. So
okay, cool. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
So I was kind of just thinking the whole time, just confidence, like someone, to really come into the room and just breathe the confidence. You're
Right.
very beautiful. I'm very attracted to you. I think friends, that's just how I see it.
I want more friends if that
Yeah,
counts for
friends is
something.
cool.
I don't have enough.
Yeah. I like the fact that you're a serial entrepreneur. So we could
Yes.
definitely be friends, talk business,
Okay.
I love that.
Okay.
All right. Now, is he someone that's your type?
I love his heart. He looks good.
Thank you.
You have a panache to you.
Panache.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Likewise. I don't know what that means, but likewise.
No, you look good. You dress. You have a different style. I love the hat, the hair. I don't have a problem with men having hair, no hair, short, tall. You have to have good manners because manners are very easily to copy.
Absolutely.
If you curse a lot, I'll curse a lot eventually. So
Yeah.
So
I don't even
care
like to
about those
curse.
things.
Yeah, I feel that.
Cool. Thank
Yeah.
you. Then we had one more down here. Oh, actually, two more. Okay, let's stop here first. Your name and age.
My name is Daniel, and I'm 32 years old.
And Daniel, what do you do?
So I'm a doctor of nursing practice. I'm also a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner,
Okay.
and I'm a nursing professor as well, and a business owner also.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
Hey,
All right. So why'd you end up popping your balloon?
she's a beautiful woman. Just an age thing. That's it. I'm 32. I turn 33 next week.
Right.
You're Nigerian?
No, from Cameroon.
Cameroon? I'm
Yes.
Nigerian. I know a lot of
You
Cameroon
are?
people. Yeah.
Oh, as an African man, that's normal.
You know,
they don't
so
go
you
for
understand.
younger. They
Yeah,
don't go
we
for
don't do
older.
that. Yeah. So
Yeah. Unless I have a lot of money.
Nah, I got money.
Uh-huh.
I got my own. But yeah, that's all it is. So.
So now, is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, he looks good.
Thank you so
Look,
much.
he has. Look at his eyes. It's like they're charming or something.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're very
Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then we got one more down over here. Okay, your name and age.
Nick and 38.
Nick,
Hi.
what do you do?
I'm a personal trainer, an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. What's some of your businesses?
I do music. I record, just personal train and stock market.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
She was talking something about sexuality and somebody I didn't understand.
It's not about sex. It's men being curious, like men not knowing that they're attracted to women per se. They're attracted to men and women. Men that are aware of what they really want, which is you be with someone and you don't know that they have a secret life or they secretly like someone else.
You should explain that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's yeah. But yeah, you're very beautiful, and it's just like you have a lot going on, and I don't think you have a lot of time for me.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
I think it's an excuse, but I do have a lot
You
going on.
understand that though, right?
I didn't even have time to do my nails before getting here. I left from work and I had to. Yeah.
All right. So now is Nick someone that's your type?
He looks good. I love the hair. You know, everything looks good.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank
He looks like a younger brother, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.
Let's head back.
I'm not gonna do the walk with you.
I know. I don't blame you.
Oh,
okay. All right. Let's go over here. Your name and age.
Hey, honey.
James, I'm 34.
Who knows what you want to do?
And James, what do you do?
I'm a recent law school graduate, and I also do legal consultant work and legal commentary as well.
Okay. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I think you're very, very pretty. Very nice shoes, very nice dress. Put it together very well. I agree with the brother here to my left. I think that you and maybe you're just nervous. You know, perhaps you're just nervous, but I just think you need to exude just a little bit more confidence,
right.
And just kind of mastering the room, mastering the art of speaking, coming out here and conveying what you're looking for in a guy and things.
Okay.
Also, just the serial entrepreneurs. Every time I hear that, it kind of scares me.
I did not use that word though.
You are a serial.
Could have sworn I heard serial entrepreneur.
No,
but,
not from
okay. All right. Well, I just someone. You just seem like you're very busy as well. I'll say that. You said you run a lot of businesses. I did hear that.
Yeah.
So, just you seem very busy. And I just feel like if we're here for love, if we're here for potential marriage or children, whatever, I just want to make sure that there's time
Right.
for me and time for our future.
Okay. Cool. No,
I'm
is he
gonna
someone
say
that's your
this.
type?
Fear is something that is okay. It's okay to be afraid and not to be afraid of being afraid. You have to embrace it. And eventually your confidence shows up. I'm a very confident person. I can speak in a crowd of 2,000 and more. But this is a show. And you know how the critics be when you make a mistake. So
definitely.
But yeah, he looks good. I like the way he's dressed. He looks responsible and he's in law school. He definitely has a brain. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
And he graduated. He's not in school no more.
Oh,
Lost
Oh.
graduate.
sorry, sir.
We both mishearing each other.
Oh yeah.
All right, thank you, James. Okay, so we do have 4 balloons left unpopped.
Right.
Go ahead and ask these remaining guys a question.
How are your mannerisms?
How are your mannerisms?
Yes.
Okay.
And also, why are you single? Why would you say you are single? There's always a reason for it, I think.
Okay. Let's start over here first. Name and age.
Shad, 34.
Shad, what do you do?
Shad or Charles?
Shad.
Sounds French.
So I'm the owner of Opulence Imports LLC in South Florida. I'm also a beard model, men's fashion influencer as well.
When the girl asked him if he could be celibate,
Yeah, that's it for now.
All right, if you want to go.
her waited till the last minute to ask him if he could practice celibacy. And they asked him if he was African. He didn't want to answer. Now she said, "Oh, his name is French." He's like, "Yeah, okay." So most likely he speaks French. Okay, cool. I remember him. I remember him. The celibacy question one. She asked him if he read the Bible, if he reads his Bible.
Go ahead and answer her questions.
Wait, there was a question before that though. Mannerisms. Okay.
Oh, mannerisms and why are you single?
For my culture, I was raised to, when you walk in a room, good morning, good afternoon, greet adults, look them in the eyes, things of that nature. So I'd say my mannerisms are cultured.
Okay.
And as far as the single part of it, I would say I'm a very selfless person, very selfless individual.
Okay.
And I seem to attract selfish people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know why that is, but it always ends up in me giving, and there's no reciprocity. You know what I'm saying? So once I feel like, I'm giving and I'm not being poured
Getting back.
into, yeah, it becomes draining at
It's
some
okay
point.
to give without expectations, Sometimes eventually what you want is going to come to you.
No, but that's the thing. I give.
Don't
of a-
stop.
Yeah, no, and I'm
Don't
not going to
stop.
stop doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to position myself in a way that I could attract a person that's also a giver.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're
Right.
pouring into each other instead of one cup being filled and one cup
another
being
being
empty.
empty.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Thank you. Let's go on over here. All right, your name and age.
How you doing? My name is Jeremy. I'm 36.
And Jeremy, what do you do?
I have a logistics LLC. I'm a sports broadcaster. I'm a barber. I'm a event planner. I do a whole bunch of things.
All right, and if you want to go ahead and just answer her questions.
So my mannerisms are amazing. I'm humble. Real chill. I'm respectable. And I have a lot of decorum about myself. The reason why I'm single is I just haven't found the right one. Like my man said, I done ran across a lot of the wrong people, a lot of users, narcissists, people that's not really looking for what I'm looking for, which is a family, and a future. So
Thank you. Let's go on over here. Your name and age.
I'm Cedric. I'm 37.
Cedric, what do you do?
I'm a sales rep for a staffing firm and also run an e-commerce business too.
You want to go ahead and just answer her questions.
So my mannerisms, I'm very cool, calm, collected. I'm humble as well. I'm an introvert by nature, but depending on my environment, who I'm around, I can be more of an ambivert. So I'll say that's my mannerism. And the reason why I'm single, I would say, just from what I've experienced, a lack of emotional stability for the most part, just the lack of emotional stability.
Right. You're not emotionally stable, or the girl's not emotionally stable.
And over here, your name and age.
How's it going? My name is Tadero. I'm 35.
Hi.
And Tadera, what do you do?
I work in the ed tech space as a sales leader. I also helping my brother from another build a entertainment company focused on preserving hip hop, R&B, and Black cinema called Hell Nostalgia.
And if you want to go ahead and just answer her questions.
Yeah, I think that I think I'm single just because things just didn't work out, and my mannerisms is simply, I would say, one, adaptable. I'm adaptable to whatever the environment I need to be in. I'm from East Oakland, California, so whatever space that I need to be in, I can adapt to that. But also, I'm just very humble. I know that life is bigger than me, so I try to leave spaces better than I left it, better than I found them.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, let's head back. So I am now going to hand you a pick. Have you hold on to that. All right, and then just to kind of switch it on over to you, if you want to go ahead and answer your own questions.
So to break it down, mannerisms is being loud on the phone, knowing when to speak when allowed to, and being able, like the cursings, and being able to be polite, to hand your seat when you see someone older or a pregnant woman, or maybe just a woman or a kid. Mannerisms is broad, but they did answer the question well. So I'm good in that aspect.
Okay.
And the reason why I would think I'm single is cultural difference.
Okay.
Yes. And that's because I'm not used to the dating scene here. It's a little different. You have to understand people's traumas. Where I'm from, you man it up and you go, but you have to understand that some people don't have a village to go to and talk to when they have problems, and they bottle it up and leads to depression. So I don't understand them. So it puts me in a position where I don't understand where you come from, and I cannot know how to deal with you.
Yeah, and you said you're from Cameroon, right? Okay.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
cool. Well, it is time to pop a balloon. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop one balloon.
Okay.
Scoot over. Okay, so why was your balloon unpopped?
Well, she's pretty and she has a lot going on. I admire somebody who has a lot going on. That means that it shows a level of
No.
ambition, and that's why I kept my balloon up.
So you do get how like America, for example, like people really talk about like mental trauma, your mental health, respecting boundaries. African culture be like, man, what? Why are you sad? Why are you crying? Like what happened, man? What? So that's what she means. But I get what you're saying, Delani.
So why'd you end up popping his balloon?
I had to pick from 4 handsome men, and he's one of them. It's unfortunate. It's a show, and I have to, I've been there before. I know how stressful it can get. So I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not stressed at all.
No, I was.
Thank you. Okay, we've now got 3 guys left. Go ahead and ask them a question.
Okay. Do you have a village? And as in village, I mean, do you have people you can talk to when you're going through stuff? Do you have a family that you can run to? And how is your household? Like parents, brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles? And also just to put the question all together, do you have married friends? If you aspire to get married, do you have married friends?
Okay, let's start there and then come back. All right, let's hear from you first.
So you said a lot, but I definitely have a village of many friends that are family that was my birth family and family that I've sort of inherited over time. My mom was a single parent. My father passed away when I was 1, but she did what she had to do to make sure that she raised me as a young man and did what she had to do to keep me surrounded by people who can instill values in me, and I never take that for granted, and I try to like pay that forward. And so what was the second part of the question? I just want to make sure that I got
I might not even remember the question.
Yeah, it was a lot to it. But yeah, in terms of a village, I feel like a village is powerful. I believe in the mindset of the more you know, the more you owe. And so we need each other in order to get to where we need to be.
How's your friend group?
My
Do
friend
you have
group,
married friends?
I have married friends. I have friends of all different spectrums. I have married friends that's older than me. I look for wisdom, and so as someone who's looking for wisdom, I got to surround myself from people with different perspectives and different experiences that I've come from. And so I sort of lean on those when I need those moments of clarity.
Right.
Good. Thank you. All right, let's hear from you over here.
All right. So first question was
Village. I remember.
Yes, I have a village. I'm part of a lot of different networks. So one of them is my fraternity I'm in. Wide network of brothers that help me out. I can talk to them whatever, whenever, for whatever. So it's a wide range. Friends, associates across the country. I've been in the military, so got a lot of people across the world that I can really reach out to if I need to.
How is your friend group?
Friend group is pretty decent. Friend group is I got some married friends. Some is not. So
If I was a little bird and I was, sitting somewhere with your friend group, like, would the conversation be the type that would leave me smiling or wondering what kind of person you are?
you're gonna definitely be smiling because it'll be about some good stuff. It'll about be some money. It'll be about some money.
Okay.
It'll be about potential ventures and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you definitely gonna be smiling.
Okay.
And our last guy up here. Let's hear from you.
Yeah.
You said first question was a village, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I come from a
Where are you
very.
from? I must ask.
Everybody wants to know.
What's it saying?
Let me guess. Haitian.
No, I'm actually Jamaican.
Oh, what one?
What I say?
But I don't know what that means.
What do you say?
I say I come from a very tight-knit family.
Okay.
Father, mother involved. I have 4 younger siblings, all of which I have like between 10 and 15 years. They're senior.
Okay.
So
Why is it so hard for him to say he's Jamaican? Like, what's the big deal? Right? Like, he makes such like a mystique around here. He's like, okay, you're from the yard. Like, okay, we get it.
I raised all of them, like literally Pampers to the youngest one right now is 15, and he looks up to me. So yeah, close-knit family. And yeah, it's a village in all, aspect of the word.
Friend
So
group? Do you talk to them? Who would you run to if you had an emotional problem? Because it's okay to talk to other people aside from your spouse, not a therapist. I'm talking about a family member.
okay, so I have a very close friend, actually of 10 years now.
Married?
Yeah, and he's his name is Garrett. And he's
You want to say hi to Garrett?
Yeah. He a young black pilot at that. So for major airlines, shout out to him. And he just engaged to his girlfriend. So they're on their way to being married. So, congrats on that as well. And yeah, I go to him, I chop it up with him, and basically it's like checks and balances.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I pitch certain things to him and he feeds back to me and tell me, am I in the right, am I in the wrong? And, so that's who I go to when I need to have a serious conversation.
All right, it is time to pop a balloon.
One balloon.
One balloon. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop.
Hip hop gotta go. Hip hop gotta go. Yeah. Okay, good.
All right. So why did you have your balloon unpop?
I think she's beautiful, and I want to hear her out and hear where she was coming from and hear her perspective.
Okay. And why'd you end up popping his?
Like I said, all of you look good.
Appreciate it.
You're handsome. You're well put together. I love your shoes.
We
They match.
matching?
They match with your top.
We matching.
Yeah, shoes. Top and hat.
Right.
You look great. I just have to make a choice, and it's a difficult situation to find yourself in.
It's all good. God bless.
Thank you.
Okay, so for our two guys left, do you guys have any questions for her? You ready? Okay, sorry. I may just walk all the way back here. All right, what are your questions?
Were you raised out of love or survival?
I'd say both. And let me elaborate.
Please.
I come from a large family. We had cousins in the house, a lot of them. Think about having 20 people in the house and your food. You had to eat fast. And it's not from poverty. It's just because that's family. You have to share with them. So I think that's to an extent survival and love, because just having them around is a lot of love. So I grew up in a compound. We had dogs. We had a parrot too. Yes. Parrot,
right?
Parrot or
No,
parrot?
I was making sure that's what I heard. I wasn't correcting you.
No, I mean the pronunciations are different.
Yeah.
So we had a lot in the house. So I think it's a combination of both, which is okay. I think, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I
survival and love.
elaborate a little bit? I appreciate your
Yes.
explanation. Can I elaborate?
Yes.
So when I say out of love or survival, when I say loving means you had upbringing that promotes what we would deem, or as African Americans would deem as a good life. Like you had the mom, the dad, they teach you to do good stuff in school.
Right.
You grew up, you ain't had no struggle. Out of survival, meaning like your peoples told you, oh, you got to be a doctor because you got to be the savior for our family, or like you got to be a big, you got to save us, pretty much. So like that's what I mean when I say love or survival.
Well, maybe survival is relative. I had to survive my cousins. That's a lot. So, but no, I went to boarding school my whole life and started dating late. And so I don't know that aspect. I'm sorry. So maybe that's another cultural thing. Because I do have Black friends, and when we have conversations, they tell me I don't understand them. Because I wouldn't understand that maybe you make $30 an hour and I'm like, you could do more, and you're like, I come from nothing, this is a lot, so I don't understand some things that.
Okay, so let me give you an alternative. Were you raised to be a wife or an independent woman?
Oh, definitely a wife.
Okay, that's kind of like what I was looking for.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. All right, any questions over here?
Yes, you have any children?
No, not yet.
Okay. You want kids?
Of course I do.
Okay. What's that number looking like in your head?
Oh.
Ideal.
As I get older, the number reduces. At first, I would have gone for 12.
Oh God. Damn.
I'm just saying, you know, growing up, you want a large family. You think your cousins you want a home filled with kids. And then my dad will let me date, and I'm 21, 22,
Hey,
and the
man.
number keeps going down, and now I'm 36. I want one or two, you know? Yeah.
Okay.
So you asked her, does she have any kids? Do you have any kids?
No, I don't. I do not.
Do you have kids?
Okay, no kids over there either.
The pressure.
Say, I mean, based off of what you said about your upbringing, I kind of have an idea of, you know, how you are, but I'd ask because I don't want to, you know, would you consider yourself high maintenance?
You should have taken the microphone when he didn't have no questions to ask. Well, what is high maintenance to you?
I mean, just above and beyond in every aspect.
Are you above and beyond?
I'd say I am, but I'm just saying, like, you know, is there a down to earth side, or is it like expense all the time? You
Okay.
get what I'm saying?
So
is there a balance?
What I would say is this. I am okay. I grew up comfortable. I had almost everything that I wanted. It's not a flex. It's because the monetary value is low. We can afford for those things, you know? So it's very relative. I would want to have everything I want in the world. Do you have everything you want in the world?
No, I do not.
We cannot have everything we want in the world. So that's the answer.
Okay. All right, cool. We'll leave it at that. So it is time to pop a balloon.
Right.
It sounds a bit
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're popping? Okay. All right. Why'd you end up popping?
The age came about.
Right.
But I said, let me stick it out and try to get a feel for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to go off just that. And I don't know. I just don't feel like
that answer was silly.
It's back.
Yeah, between us. You know what I'm saying? You see, I'm looking deep in your eyes. I'm trying to get that feel for you, but
Very silly.
I just couldn't really get that connectivity.
Yeah, she
You know
comes
what I'm
up-
saying?
she comes
That's
up-
all.
She comes up.
Okay. Now, is he someone that's your type?
Like I said, they're all good-looking gentlemen. So yes, he will be.
Thank you.
Yeah, see, and that's the
Well, let me have you
very-
scoot that way.
very silly.
Scoot on over, scoot on.
Hey, yeah, I like nice things, but I know how to be reasonable. Like all this, like she acts like a child to me. Her energy is very childish. I'm like, I don't have time for this.
Over. Let me have you come on up here with us real quick. Let's see if we got a match. All right. Do you guys have any final question between the two of you? Just one. If you don't have one, that's okay as well.
No, I don't have no questions.
Do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But I might have to pop.
Okay.
Like if I file a restraining order, he will become violent and might unalive me. So is there...
Wait, where's your dad? Where's your uncles? Where they at?
My dad lives in Canada.
Okay, you need to talk to your dad, you need to talk to your uncles, and you need to talk to the police in that order. You need to get on the phone right now. Get on the phone and say something immediately. Get them all on the phone, dad and uncles, and you need to get to the police and mom. That's what I want you to do right now.
Okay.
All right? Please go do that now, Naya. Please. All right.
Really sorry, you guys.
No worries. Please go talk to your dad and your uncles immediately.
I don't know.
Immediately. She's crying. No. This is serious. I didn't think it was that serious. Yeah, dad, brothers, uncles, everyone. Everyone.
Wow.
Everyone. Yeah. Please, ladies. Please be careful. Please be careful of the guys that you guys are meeting. Please be careful. There are crazy people out here. There are crazy people out here. I've had a stalker in real life before. I've had one. It's nothing to play with. It's nothing to play with. I had a stalker in real life, not social media, in real life. Real life. Someone pulling up on you. Please handle that immediately. Immediately. No. The whole family needs to be involved. The whole family needs to be involved. Yeah. And if you're not smart enough, things can go left. If you're not, especially with a guy who becomes obsessive, they don't know how to take no for an answer. They start obsessing over you. That's dangerous. No, I don't. We don't play those games. No, you got to nip that in the butt immediately. Immediately. Yeah, because she's crying about that. Yeah, I want her to talk to her dad, because once they hear dad, uncle, brothers hear her crying like that, that's it. They're going to handle that. Yeah.
Handle that how?
Please vet these men. That's why when y'all say, oh, Ashley, what do you mean the guy shouldn't pick me up at my house? What do you mean I should have a Google Voice number? These are things you need to have, ladies. Google Voice number. Not having a guy knows where you live. Somebody, I remember we had a whole conversation about, oh, why do you tell women to lie about their jobs? Because people get curious. You don't know who you're sitting in front of. And vice versa. If a man's going on a date with a woman, vice versa. Vice versa. This goes for both genders. You don't know who you're dealing with. Please be careful.
Yeah.
There are people out here who are nuts. I'm not going to say crazy. Even girls that you're meeting, quote unquote, friends. Even them. Be careful.
That part I do agree.
Be careful. People are nuts. I'm not going to say crazy. Nuts. Thank you, D Lovely. Thank you, Rank.
Come back on my what happened?
Why the TikTok subscription link is not? That's so strange. I don't know.
And the problem is we can't go back.
Yeah.
Is right here. Why is he here? What in the world?
Yeah, it goes for every person. Every person. I don't care who it is. Every person. Be careful. I don't care how pretty, how shiny, how handsome, how convincing they may be. Be careful. Be careful. Just like you're not telling them things about yourself, they're not telling you things about themselves. Let me say that again. Just like you are omitting and lying about things about yourself, they are doing the exact same thing with you. Okay, they're doing the exact same thing with you. There's things that they are not telling you. So please be careful. And if you feel unsafe, do something about it. Go talk to your brothers, your uncles, your father, someone. Go to the police. Yeah, that's what I said. Even friendship, be careful. Everyone, be careful. That's it. I'm not saying you should lock yourself in a house and, keep one eye open and look out the curtain like.
On over. Let me have you come on up here with us real quick. Let's see if we got a match. All right. Do you guys have any final question between the two of you? Just one. If you don't have one, that's okay as well.
No, I don't have no questions.
Do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But I might have to pop.
Okay.
Wait. Why are you popping?
All right. Why are you popping?
Just because he was not initially my first pick.
Okay.
But he does look good. He does look great.
Thank you. I'll have you head back. So who was your first pick? Since you said that, I gotta ask now.
Someone taller.
Oh.
Yes.
It's only like
maybe amongst these two gentlemen.
Okay. All right. Well, unfortunately, that is all the balloons popped, but we do thank you so much for coming on. Let's go ahead and give it up for her, guys. Thank you.
Right. Let's do this a little bit, guys. Let's change it up a little bit. So we don't get off because she was boring. I was bored. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
15, I'm Steve Shady, the Fox 5 newsroom. We'll get back to Lion Lunch Hour in just a minute, but first wanted to bring you this breaking news. First on Fox 5 and just into the Fox 5 newsroom, we do have a sentence for Real Housewife of Potomac star Karen Huger, just now sentenced to 1 year in jail. Prosecutors have been looking for a 2-year sentence with all but 6 months suspended. In this case, the judge made a different decision, deciding that Karen Huger should go to jail for 1 year. Now, this all goes back to the accident in which she was ultimately convicted of DUI. That accident happening in Montgomery County last year, just about 1 year ago. And then, of course, she took this to trial and was convicted in December of last year. So a few months ago, today was sentencing day. And again, that sentence coming down just a short time ago, 1 year in prison for Real Housewives of Potomac star Karen Huger. Now, Bob Barnett has been in the courtroom. We're going to check in with Bob in just a few minutes. We'll find out more as to what actually happened and transpired inside of that courtroom. Bob said it was a very, very busy place. There were a lot of people there with a sentencing. You will typically have people that will make the victim impact statements. You will hear from people on both sides who are essentially speaking on behalf of the person who was about to be sentenced. We don't know at this point until we hear from Bob if any of her castmates were there speaking on her behalf or not. We'll get all that information for you shortly. But we also know that prosecutors had been pushing the fact that she had 3 prior DUI cases in her lifetime.
Yeah. Some of you. Yes. Yes.
To ensure that you get home safe.
Yeah.
And anyone else who's on the road
Yeah.
gets home safe.
Yeah.
And so your life and the families of someone else's lives are not changed forever.
Yeah.
The weather is getting warmer. And sometimes we take action before we think. So please do not drink and drive. Do not, no, we're not talking about Karen. No, we're not even talking about Karen. This is a young lady, very young, in her mid-20s, young and beautiful. Young and beautiful. A girl you would never think should be in prison.
Woo!
Or should be behind bars.
My Lord.
Right? Someone.
Nobu. This obsession
Oh,
with
she's
Nobu.
33. Oh, she's 33 years old.
I told y'all yesterday, these girls and their obsession with Nobu. Nobu. Like, it's like a child. They do too much. Like, you ever been nowhere? Nobu. Nobu. You and Chick-fil-A, you've been just fine. Oh my gosh, she killed someone.
Social media influencer Summer Wheaton has been arrested today, accused of crashing into and then killing rideshare driver Martin Okeke while allegedly under the influence. This comes after an investigation into the deadly crash that took place last July. Wheaton had left a party at Nobu in Malibu before the wreck, according to the sheriff's office. She's been charged with gross vehicular manslaughter and DUI. Social media influencer Summer Wheaton has
influencer behind bars tonight, accused of causing a deadly crash that killed a man along PCH on the 4th of July.
Fake News assignment editor Mike Rogers back at the desk now. Mike, it happened when that influencer drove into oncoming traffic.
Yeah, that's right, and ultimately took that man's life. He was driving a black Cadillac. She was in a Mercedes. The civil lawsuit says that Mercedes was owned by her company and that she was at a party at the Nobu restaurant just down the road. We'll show you some video here of her. Summer Wheaton is who we are talking about. LA County Sheriff's Department announced today that they have arrested her and charged her with gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated, driving under the influence of alcohol causing bodily injury, and driving under the influence of alcohol with a blood alcohol content higher than 0.08%. That is a picture of her being led into the Lost Hills Sheriff Station, much different from those other photos that you saw. This is the crash. That's her white Mercedes, totally banged up. This all happened on the 4th of July. The victim's family now suing her as well as Hwood Group, which is her employer, and Nobu. She's suing the Nobu and the Hwood Group saying that they should not have let her drive after she consumed that much alcohol. LA County Sheriff's Department says they've investigated this since July. They say she crossed over into oncoming traffic, and that is when she hit the man and killed him. She herself only sustained very minor injuries, was ultimately treated and released, and now she's behind bars.
Influencer behind bars
And that's usually how it goes. Like when they get drunk like this and they kill people, they usually only have bruises.
Self-proclaimed wellness advocate, speaker, and
Wellness?
two startups as well as one nonprofit, Summer Wheaton was involved in a fatal car accident in Malibu on July 4th. The influencer has since made her Instagram and website private. It has been reported that Wheaton was leaving the 10-year anniversary party called Red, White, and Bootsy that was being held at Nobu in Malibu. It boasted a guest list of well-known celebs such as Wiz Khalifa and Mike Tyson. The party ended around 10 p.m. and 20 minutes later, as Wheaton was leaving the all-white party in her white 2019 Mercedes. She crossed the center median going in the wrong direction on the Pacific Coast Highway. As she did, her Mercedes collided head-on with a Cadillac Escalade. Sadly, the man driving the Cadillac died at the scene. He has been identified as 44-year-old Martin Okiki, a rideshare driver. Wheaton and a passenger in the Cadillac were taken to the hospital, but there was trouble brewing before the party even started. Nobu was issued an 11th-hour warning stating it may not hold the proposed event. But despite the city's orders and lack of permit, they went ahead with the party anyways. The Malibu Times reported the tickets for the event ranged from $10,000 to $75,000 and all included bottle service. And people are combing over the photos and videos from the party whose sponsors were wine, tequila, and champagne bottlers. The party organizers claim that the event was invite only, stating it would help to avoid the traffic disaster the event caused last year, when limos and party buses abandoned their vehicles in the center median on the Pacific Coast Highway. The city claimed the permit was denied because there was no parking plan in place, and 3 sheriff deputies as well as a Malibu code enforcement officer were on the scene monitoring traffic. The Malibu Times also reported that the fatal accident involving Miss Wheaton was being investigated for possible speeding and DUI. The investigation is ongoing.
Girl, so how long you gonna be in there for?
Wow. That's why they were pushing for at least some jail time in this case and not the full sentence to be suspended. So again, at this point, what we know from the court is that the actual jail time is said to be a 1-year sentence in jail. Waiting for the rest of the details as to whether the sentence was longer than that, with some of that time period suspended or not. You're taking a look right there on the bottom of your screen. That is the front door to the Montgomery County Courthouse in Rockville. I can let you know from what we were hearing from our reporting earlier today, there had been some question when she first arrived at court. Would she try to have a little attention, go in through the doors, have the cameras rolling, that type of thing? That did not happen. Some speculating maybe the entrance in itself, the appearance would be part of a through line, perhaps on Real Housewives. That did not happen. Essentially, she was able to go into the courthouse through a back entrance. There no fanfare, anything like that, no cameras. Just was able to essentially sneak into the courtroom that way, as we kind of keep an eye on the door there to see if anybody is coming in or out at this point, as we wait to hear more details from Bob as well. But that is what we know right now as far as the potential, well, it would be the sentence at this point after the conviction a little more than 2 months ago in December in Montgomery County. Some of the folks who are coming in and out of court, just to keep in mind, this has nothing to do with her case in a lot of measures. She was not the only person who had a sentencing hearing today in Montgomery County. So we're going to get Bob coming in just a few minutes, and we'll catch up with Bob as soon as we do hear from him. And we get a little more information, again, as to who was in the courtroom, who was perhaps giving that victim impact statement. Well, it wouldn't even be the victim impact statement, but for the persons who was being sentenced at this point. And we can find out a little bit more. So he's coming out of the courthouse right now. We'll give him a second to get situated. But again, there you see on the big screen, this is some of the also exclusive video that we had from the arrest as she crashed her Maserati in Montgomery County just about a year ago. This was last
week. This is why I have because I know her, I'm like, oh, I don't want her to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? But they were like, yeah, it's her, so this makes it her 4th DUI. And I'm like, so is Grand Dame an alcoholic? Is she a drunk? I'm like, how can you be like in your 60s and it's like your 4th DUI? What is going on? And then my thing is like, your brand is like the grand dame. I'm like, that is not classy. Like drinking, driving, that is not grand dame behavior. Okay, this is ratchet behavior. This is not Potomac behavior. Like, who does this? This is insanity. You know, and I'm like, we're so lucky. Like, we are just so lucky that she drove into a tree because, like the other girl, Summer, she could have killed someone. So that's why I was like, okay, she kind of needs to go to jail. Because I'm like, okay, God, he tried. Like, God really tried with your ass, right? Like, 3 previous DUI, you never went to jail, right? The Lord, he really tried. He really did. Okay. And then I feel like also when it came to the show, Maya has been telling her about her alcohol. And I do feel like she's been cheating on her husband. Okay. I do believe that she has been having an affair on the Black Bill Gates. Okay. I do believe that because Maya been trying to expose on the low. And she always tries to cover that up. But I do feel like, I'm okay, God has been trying to warn her, right? Like nothing good comes out of people cheating on people. You are a married woman. Okay. Like, even if your husband can no longer, like, you know, get his thing up, well, that's what it is. He's not dead yet. But I'm not okay with, oh, my husband can't have an erection, so I'm going to have an affair. It's like, you are insane. Okay. Like, what if you were sick? Is that reason for him to go have an affair on your ass? Like, that is crazy. That is crazy. And I'm like, whoever she was drinking with, your lover boy, he obviously didn't love you because why would he let you drive drunk like this? I'm like, Grand Dame has too much money. You have too much to lose. You have too much money. Your brand is too big. Your name is too big. Like, even if the Uber ride was going to be $5,000, she got it. She got it. But it was not going to be $5,000, right? But I'm saying, like, even if your Uber ride had to be $5,000, either you sleep where you are, where you got drunk, you sleep there, or you pay the $5,000 like you got the money. Because whatever she paid, her attorney fees, court costs, and whatever this is, right, it's way more than $5,000. But I'm like, why are you driving drunk in your 60s? Like, seriously, this is insane. It's insane. It's so embarrassing. But I'm like, Auntie Karen, you really could have killed someone. You really, really could have killed someone. Like, it's not even your daughter doing this. You're the mother, you're doing this. Like, this is insane. I'm like, wow, like, what have you done?
March of 2024. And again, that is what led the case to go to trial. Some saying, you know, question that decision in itself as to whether to take a plea or go to trial. She decided to take this to trial. Of course, that ended up with a conviction. And then after the conviction in December, they set today as the sentencing date. It was a fairly long court appearance today, but the end result is 1 year in prison for Real Housewives of Potomac star Karen Huger. Bob's outside the courtroom right now, outside of the courthouse. He's made his way out of the courtroom. So let's check back in with him now and find out a little bit more. And Bob, we were just curious as to, you know, the proceeding itself, what played out in court, how many people were in there, who was it that may have made a statement on her behalf at the hearing, and if any of her castmates were in the courtroom.
Yeah, Steve, one of her castmates, the daughter of Chuck Brown, was there. I spoke to her on the way up. She did not testify. The only person actually testified besides Karen Huger was her husband, Raymond, who, you know, I've got tons of notes, so I'm not going to try to read them here, but I will just kind of paraphrase, just saying that, you know, she was a good person, worked hard in recent weeks to try to make good on what happened in March of last year. Karen Huger herself, before the sentencing, told the judge she was sorry, that this was a wake-up call, that she was going to try to work hard on her sobriety, attend AA meetings for the rest of her life, and be an advocate for, you know, promoting people not to drink and drive. The state had asked for 2 years of incarceration, suspending all but 6 months. But Judge Terrence McGann, I mean, he listened and seemed open to the arguments that Ms. Huger's attorney was making, but at the end basically laid down the law. He blasted the guidelines that the state and the judicial system here are kind of operating under. He thinking that the punishment should have been more. They were very careful. Someone at one point was blogging on Reddit, so they told everybody, you've got to shut off your phones. I didn't turn mine off. I made sure it was silent. So that's when, as soon as...
One thing is, so she didn't want to go. She didn't want to take a plea deal. Is that what it was? Like, I'm like, why are you going to court? You were obviously guilty. Like, we saw the video. So I'm like, why are we going to court again? I'm so confused. Like, why didn't she take a plea deal? And then my thing is, like, why didn't any of the girls from the show come and, like, speak on her behalf? Like, what's going on? I'm like, this is just embarrassing. Like, what is this?
The judge said, I'm not going to follow the state's recommendation. I'll sentence you to 2 years in incarceration, suspending all but 1 year. That the state was looking for 6 months in jail. He said, no, it's going to be a year. He said, you've had 4 offenses in the last 17 years. What are we waiting for the 5th before we actually sentence you to jail time? So as soon as they announced that it was 1 year in jail, I was able to sneak out a text to our producers. But we really stayed there for the rest of the way to see kind of what else was imposed. And there's something like $2,900 in fines and 5 years of probation once she serves a year in jail or prison. They were talking about her serving her time behind bars here in Montgomery County, but that after she gets out after 1 year, she'll not be able to drive a car at all for another year. And then when she is allowed, obviously not to drive after drinking alcohol, and that she'll need an interlock device, which is something that her attorney was offering up right away, saying that if they could see it to either have her on home detention or just on probation, that she already was willing to install those interlocking devices and attend regular AA meetings. In terms of like her reaction, not too much. When her husband Ray stood up behind her to offer testimony to the judge, she kind of looked ahead, didn't seem to acknowledge him, and then at one point was wiping away tears, and then did look back at him before he sat down. It was a packed courtroom. There's a very large courtroom here at the Circuit Courthouse here in Rockville, which a lot of big cases usually have. This was in a smaller courtroom on the 8th floor, but it was packed. The judge allowed people to stand. John McCarthy, the state's attorney, who we'll hopefully hear from at some point, was actually sitting in a folding chair in the center aisle with other people. So it was a packed courtroom. No real audible reaction when the judge, harshly sentenced Karen Huger to 1 year in jail. And she didn't really react either, Steve. And I had a chance, as I was walking out here, one of the jurors, a jury found her guilty back in December of driving under the influence of alcohol. She didn't want to go on camera, but says she was actually surprised by this verdict, had told me that was not really expecting the judge to come down as hard as he did. Again, his demeanor throughout.
I don't think there was a man with her, though. I think she was with her lover. And then she didn't want to leave. She didn't want to stay at the man's house. Because I do believe she's been having an affair. Because I'm like, that's what Maya, what's her name again? That's what Maya has been trying to tell people, like, okay? But I do believe that Grandom, she's been having an affair for a hot minute, okay? Because I think when her husband stopped making money, I don't know if you watched the show, but when they first came on the scene, she was like doing the very most. Like, she lived in Potomac, she got the bigger house, she called herself Grand Dame, and she told us that her husband was the Black Bill Gates, okay? So the bar was really, really high. But these shows, like, the more you keep coming back year after year, it becomes really, really hard to keep up the facade. So that eventually it came out that the Black Bill Gates, he owed money to the IRS. And it was like millions of dollars, right? So he didn't have it, okay? So I do believe that she had to pay for the tax lien. And then it came off as like she was upset that she had to pay the tax lien. Like, oh, well, why didn't you pay it? But I'm like, girl, you're also really wasteful with the money. So help your husband out. This is what it is. Like, he's not a bum. He just doesn't have it. But at the same time, though, he has given you a life of luxury, right? And without him, you wouldn't have gotten on the show. You wouldn't have the house to be on the show and things like that. So I take issue when, like, wives who've been well taken care of don't want to pull up and help out the husband. Help the man, pay for the money. But she didn't want to pay the money. I think she paid the money reluctantly. But that Monique was still on the show. And like, she would get drunk and say all kinds of weird things, like, but you could tell that she was bitter that she had to rescue her husband out of like paying the tax lien, whatever, right? And I do believe around that time, that's when she started cheating on the man. Then he got some kind of like cancer. He had some kind of disease. So I do believe that the Black Bill Gates probably cannot, the same thing that happened to Uncle Greg, but he rest in peace. Like when he got the cancer, also he couldn't get it. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do all that kind of stuff. So I guess that's why him and Nene, like I guess Nene kind of forced it on him to have an open marriage, right? But I'm like, that is so disrespectful. Like the person's about to die. Like, do you really have to have sex this badly? Like, why don't you have sexual discipline? Like, aren't you a woman? Like, that's crazy. Like, look at Coretta Scott. Coretta Scott King, her husband died. She was quite young. She stopped having sex after that. It is what it is, okay? But I'm like, this is so weird to me. Like, this is so bizarre. So I do believe that she's been doing all kinds of foolishness. Now, it does seem to me that the man that she was having all kinds of drinks with and maybe, being nasty with, she just didn't want to sleep there. So she had to go home. But I'm like, why is he even letting you, drive like this? Like, he should have called her an Uber. But the problem is because most likely she drives a Maserati. She don't want to leave her car there and then have people say, oh, that's Karen's car. So if her car's outside, that's the man that she's messing with. Do that make sense? Right? Because I think the car's the problem. Because most likely a lot of people recognize her car and she don't want her car to stay at that man's house, because if the car was there in the morning, most likely a lot of people would have recognized her. Like, oh yeah, she was there. And then you would have been able to put a face to the case. Okay. Makes sense? Because I'm like, you don't have to drive, but it's a car. Right? And maybe also not want to tell her husband like why she slept out or things like that. Because just like with Maya also started cheating on Gordon because he also has erectile dysfunction issues, right? So she started having a new boyfriend. But he told her it was okay. It was okay for her to have a boyfriend as long as he doesn't know about it. Right? But I'm like, if you're going to creep and you got to make it home because you can't leave your Maserati, then you got to be able to count your drinks. Like, you can't drink as much. And you're a woman, like, y'all can't drink this much alcohol. Like, what is this? Like, this is crazy. This is so embarrassing. Wow.
Before he started talking, was very casual and cordial. And then he seemed visibly angry. And I have quotes in here. If you give me a second, some of the things that the judge said in imposing the sentence, were really harsh. There's all the details of the sentence. If you give me 1 second, he did mention, that there was some talk about her blaming her accident in March in Potomac on the fact that she had mixed anti-anxiety and antidepressive medications with alcohol. The judge said, you were filled to the gills with alcohol. And he blasted her for her behavior at the time of her arrest and scolding the officers. Before the sentencing, her attorney handed the judge 3 one-page letters that she wrote to each of the 3 officers who were on the scene last March 19th, right before midnight, apologizing for her behavior that night and thanking them for their service. Steve?
Just to follow up on Bob, you mentioned the possibility of her serving the sentence in Montgomery County. Did the judge give any further instructions as to where this sentence should be carried out? And second of all, does it start right away?
It does start right away. I spoke to John McCarthy as we were leaving the courtroom, because I wanted to get out here, and the judge dismissed everyone, but she was still standing there at the defense table. And I asked John McCarthy, does this jail sentence, whatever you want to call it, jail prison sentence, begin right away? And he said, oh yeah, it starts today. So she's going right to jail. And the judge mentioned, he didn't say like the Montgomery County Jail, Montgomery County Adult Detention Center. He said something about, you'll serve this in the state of Maryland, something. And then he said here in Montgomery County. So she is going to be, in a sense, a prisoner of the state of Maryland, but serve that, I can only presume, at the...
I just hope they don't take her too far, because I'm like, the Black Bill Gates, he's too old. Like, he's just too old. But I'm like, Karen Hugert in prison? Oh, I mean, I'm pretty sure at the jailhouse. It's only a year, so she'll be at the jailhouse. But nonetheless, though, like, that's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord. Like, when you get to a certain level, like your age, career, reputation, and your income level, like, you just can't go to jail. You just can't go to jail. Like, taking public showers with all kinds of people. Like, all these people in prison gonna see your body naked. Like, girl, that alone should make you not want to drink. And I'm like, Miss Karen, you got too much money not to call Uber. You have way too much money. Like, you have just way too much money And I even do believe, like, if she had called her husband, he would have came and picked her up. Because after all of that, he still stood up for you and made a whole speech. That is crazy to me. There's somebody out there you could have called. Come get my ass. And, or, okay, you get my, I'm going to get in the Uber, and then you drive my car right behind me. There has to be someone you could have called. But I'm like, you get to a certain age, like, you have to live a life of integrity. Like, there's no need for that. I don't know what is so special about having sex with people that has people losing everything behind some intercourse. Like, it's just crazy to me. But I'm like, Karen Huger, though, in the jailhouse? Oh, I don't know how she gonna do it. No lashes, no weaves, like nothing. No fancy lotion, no makeup, no fancy clothes, basic ass underwear. Girl, I can't do it. Oh, no.
The jail up in Clarksburg.
All right, we will find out. Bob Barnard, thank you very much. Appreciate your coverage, rushing out of the courtroom to bring us the latest information inside the courtroom as Real Housewives of Potomac star the Grand Dame sentenced to 1 year in prison. It was a 2-year sentence for Karen Huger, 1 year suspended. As Bob mentioned, after that, another.
It's so lucky that the judge, like, she is just so lucky that judge had mercy on her. You know, because the prosecution wanted 2 years and then 6 months suspended. So she should have been there for 18 months, right? The judge was like, no, 2 years and 1 year suspended because she drove into a tree. You know what I mean? She didn't kill anybody. But I'm like, you could have killed someone. And I'm like, people who drive drunk like that, to me, it's just so selfish because you could really kill somebody.
Year of not driving, a 5-year probation at the end of that sentence as well. So big news coming out of the Montgomery County courtroom.
What's this one?
Our other top story tonight, a story Fox 5 has been following for months. A Manassas mother, soon to go on trial for second-degree murder, had those charges dropped today.
But prosecutors say the case is far from over. Fox 5's Homa Bash live in the newsroom tonight with the latest. Homa.
Guys, good evening. LaToya Crabb's second-degree murder charge was dismissed in court today, but the Commonwealth's attorney says that is so they can bring the case to a grand jury next week and upgrade the charge to first-degree murder. LaToya is accused of killing her estranged husband at their Manassas home last October. She has claimed since day one that it was in self-defense. I spoke to her mother after today's developments. She tells me she believes the upgraded charges are in an effort to get LaToya to take a plea deal.
She's not going to because she's innocent. We absolutely know they have nothing that could come out to say that she's guilty. We are confident that they do not have anything.
Now, this all happened on October 21st inside the Prince William County home LaToya and Curtis Crabb shared with their 3 young children, 5, 4, and 2 years old. LaToya's family says she told Curtis she wanted a divorce, received threatening text messages from him, and that a knife was allegedly found next to his body. The trial on the second-degree murder charge was supposed to begin in just 2 weeks. Now, prosecutors believe that LaToya's actions were premeditated, reportedly related to some deleted Ring camera footage from inside the home, which is why they're taking the case to the grand jury and hoping for a first-degree murder charge.
She just wished it would be over. It's tough that she was put in a position to either be killed or to go to jail.
LaToya had been in a Prince William County jail since the fall. She was released on bond last Friday. Her mom telling me her 3 children will not leave her side. Today, the Commonwealth's attorney telling Fox 5 that she is out of jail and off any bond requirements, and that is over their objection, Angie.
Jeez. What is going on here? Oh, no,
Better in life in general. Okay. Respect. Since you said that, I gotta ask now.
I hate when they popping those balloons. Like, it triggers me. It startles me. Like, it's a lot. And also, I don't like it when you just, somebody barely comes outside, they barely answer any questions. I pop, 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 pop. I just found that to be grossly immature. Like, it's unnecessary. Like, what's the rush? Seriously, what's the rush? Y'all do too damn much. Like, it's rude. And I feel like when they start popping balloons like that, no matter who it is, right? If it's a guy, it's a girl, when they start popping balloons like that, it throws them off. It throws them off. Like, is something wrong with me? Like, what's wrong? Like, why y'all popping these balloons like that? Like, they just throws people off. But it's like, don't do that. Do not do this.
Enjoy like someone with wisdom. Like I'm willing to learn, and someone that really enjoys things that maybe I'm not used to. So
Okay. Nice. So we did get some pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see
Plenty
why
of
they ended up
pops.
popping. Okay, your name and age.
So I'm Don and I'm 33.
All right, and Don, why did you end up popping your balloon?
She's very beautiful, you know. I love the way she articulated her words and everything. It's just I don't really feel like that I would have a chemistry with her.
Okay.
I think that's really it. But I think you're dope. I think you have a great personality.
What does that even mean, having chemistry with someone? She barely answered questions. Like, what the freak? You seen yourself? Like, I don't think I have any chemistry. You haven't asked her any questions. Like, so with you people, everything is sexual. Like, everything is sexual. Oh, the way you look, the way you look. Have you seen the way you look, your fat ass? Like, go lose some weight. What is this? No, just like it really does trigger me. Like to me, it's so immature. It's like let the person talk. Because imagine you're talking, like she's asking you a question, you're trying to answer, and then like pop, 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 pop. And you know, the sound of the like popping the balloon, like it to me, even me, like it startles me. Like, what the hell? Like, I hate that shit. Like, stop doing this. Like, even if you don't find her attractive. To me, it's like, okay, just ask her a question and then, like, okay, well, you know, and then disqualify yourself that way, right? But just popping like this, it's like there's no need for all that. There is no need. There truly is no need. Like, it's extremely petty. Like, what's the rush? Like, you're here for the show. Make the show interesting. Yeah, it's so dumb to me. Like, what the freak? It's like, oh, she's not thick. My thing is, there are a bunch of girls that are thick out here and they're not committing. Okay, so miss me with that. If you are so in love with a girl that's all thick and stuff, why are all these thick people out here married? Okay, go sit down somewhere. Yeah, it startles me. Like, I don't like the sound of it. Like, it's just
From what it seems like.
Appreciate it.
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right. Now, is he someone that's your type?
I think he's very handsome. I love locks, so I like your whole look. Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, let somebody talk.
All right, your name and age.
Body 33.
Okay, and body, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
It was the initial attraction, and maybe to be exact, maybe like I don't think the shoe choice was good, but I do like that you hoop for sure. I hoop too. I definitely like that, the height and everything.
Oh, you like that, but so you like the fact that shoes, but over shoes, like you people are just so freaking dumb. Like we have to get rid of the Department of Education. Like we really have to. Like these people are dumb as hell. They're so damn stupid. It's like, okay, you've gone for physical attraction all your life. Where'd you end up? Where'd you end up? How successful have you been with your relationship? That's why sometimes I feel as though like these people out here, they come out here for like free pizza. I do. I'm like, if it's not free pizza, they want to be famous or like promote their brands. Like, you're not serious. You are really not serious. If you've been dating, like you're in your mid-30s and you have yet to be successful in a relationship, then maybe you don't even know how to pick. Right? You obviously don't know how to pick a person. Try something new. But my thing is, let somebody answer questions, at least one question. You know, okay, fine. So I will disqualify myself. Like, act like a freaking adult. Like, it's ridiculous to me. Oh, that is so damn so. Oh, I like that you play basketball. Okay. So y'all do have something in common. But you're going to ask her out because it's like, oh, yeah, I don't like your shoes. It's like, what? You sound stupid. She could always buy new shoes. Like, what is wrong with these people? They trigger me.
Everything. And that you close to the natural thing, like no extra makeup and stuff. That's dope. But it's just right in the attraction.
And now, is he someone that's your type?
I think he's handsome for sure. So yeah, you're clean cut. I like the lineup. Came ready.
I try. We can be cool. I definitely get homie vibes for sure. Like I definitely hang if you want to. Yeah.
I got a lot of homies, so we good.
So I see. You probably cool homie.
Pop the balloon and find love, okay?
Right. Came here for a reason.
Right. Your name and age.
How you doing? I'm Jeremy. I'm 36.
Nice to meet you, Jeremy.
Nice to meet you.
And Jeremy, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
This height.
Beautiful woman. Looks by your earrings. You're a woman of God. Obviously, I think it's the height. I'm saying I think that I think you're very attractive, but you know what I'm saying? If it came to something the way though we hoop, man, I put you in the post, you block my shot, I'm gonna be mad.
I shouldn't even said I played basketball.
And you said you hoop.
And
So.
usually I don't even mention that, but that's what I do for a living. So that's why I even mentioned that.
No,
but
I like that about you.
I prefer not playing with some. I want to get to know other things.
I'm real competitive though, so you know what I'm saying? It's something like that.
I got you.
But yeah, that's it.
All right. He said your height. How tall are you?
5'11".
5'11". Okay, you're almost 6 feet. Almost there. And now is he someone that's your type?
I would prefer someone at least my height or a little taller. So, but I think you're handsome. I love your necklace as well too.
6 feet, baby.
6 feet?
Yeah, you got them heels on.
I do, but I don't know. Okay. I think you're handsome though.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, thank you. Okay, your name and age?
My name is Daniel and I'm 32 years old.
And why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I only popped because of the age. You say you're about to turn 35?
Next month, yes.
Next month. I'm turning 33 next week. So it's just because you're older than me. That's all it is. But you're a
Old
beautiful
lady.
girl. You're not an old lady. You're just older than me. You know what I'm
got
saying?
you.
But you're beautiful.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I love the shoes, actually.
Thank you.
You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying? I
it.
love that you play basketball. I used to
Thank
play
you.
basketball as well. You know what I'm saying? I like the earrings. So you're a beautiful person.
Thank you.
For sure.
All right, is he someone that's your type?
I think you're handsome as well. In general, I didn't feel like some huge attraction, but I do think you're handsome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Name and age?
Tadero, 35.
And Tadera, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I think she's a beautiful black woman, gorgeous. I just didn't feel that initial attraction, and so therefore I didn't want to waste your time.
Yeah, appreciate that.
No, same thing here. Is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, I mean, I like what you're wearing,
Thank
so
you. Appreciate
I don't know. I would just have to get to know more.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. And our last guy here, your name and age?
Nick, and I'm 38.
All right. Now, Nick, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Just the height. She's a little too tall.
Okay.
That's the only thing. She's beautiful. I like her smile. I like
Thank you.
her bracelets and her shoes.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
And then how tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
5'11". Oh, yeah. You'll see my height.
I mean, I guess
The
initially,
heels
you
throwing
know,
off.
yeah,
I know.
You go out and go on a date night, it's gonna be like, that's about it.
Okay.
You just got to put your Timbs on your forces, and then we good.
Some platforms on there. All right.
Yeah, maybe.
Now, is he someone that's your
I
type?
think he's very handsome. Yes, definitely. So I didn't think you were 6 feet.
No, 5'11".
5'11". Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. 5'11". Your roster height is 6 feet. My bad.
Thank you. All right, let's head on back. We did get another pop over here.
Good line.
Your name and age?
Shad, 34.
All right, Shad, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I'm not gonna hit you with the friend zone thing, you know, because as BM would say, this is not pop the balloon and find friends. You know what I'm saying? So you have a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
Bone structure in your face.
Appreciate it.
A1.
Thank you.
You said about the height thing, and I know you're 5'11". I'm 5'10". I feel like I'm 6'8", but you know,
Okay.
I'm 5'10", so
At least he's honest.
you prefer someone your height or taller.
Mhm.
So you know that's why I popped my balloon. That's the only reason, really.
Okay.
All right. Now, is he someone that's your type?
Your whole outfit, you came dressed to impress. So I appreciate that. It's nice. Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. All right, so obviously get that way for me. We have 2 balloons left unpopped. Go ahead and ask these 2 remaining guys a question. See if any of them are your type.
So for me, you hear the term a lot, generational wealth. I like to focus on like generational health. I think health is really important. So what do you do to maintain your health, kind of your daily habits, mentally, physically, and spiritually?
Okay. Start with your name and age, and then the answer to her question.
Hello, I'm James. I'm 34. And my daily habits are spiritually, I go to church most Sundays, not every single Sunday, but most Sundays I do have a church home out in Los Angeles. I read the Bible quite often. I do have a prayer relationship with God that I pray very often as well. As far as health-wise, I do work out pretty often. Not as often as probably some of the other guys, but I do work out pretty often. I do choose certain days throughout the week where I do intentionally eat healthy. You know, intentionally leave the burgers, the pizzas alone, and you know maybe get a salad or go low on the carbs. What else besides
That was it, just
spiritual?
mentally, physically, spiritually, kind of your habits or to.
And mentally, of
help
course,
pass
I keep in touch with friends and family. Make sure I'm talking to them about issues and problems, whether it's in personal life or just in the world. Just make sure I'm actually talking to someone about that and not letting it bottle up.
Okay, let's go to our next guy. Your name and age and answer to our questions.
My name is Cedric. I'm 37. And I'm a big believer in health as well. So I work out and hoop three to 4 days a week. I do practice meditation. As far as like my routine, it really depends. But mostly my morning routine like consists of I get up, I stretch, I do like a quick workout, do a little meditation. Well, I hydrate too. Gotta make sure I hydrate before anything. And then I do about 20 minutes of reading. And then as I'm getting ready for my work day, I listen to a podcast. So all encompassing.
Yeah. All right. So for the guys, and
I'm walking backwards.
Oh, I know. Look at you. But it's like basketball training in you. That's why. All right. So guys, any questions for her? You got some? Okay.
Yes, I just have 2 or 3 or 4.
Uh-oh.
Or
No,
5.
let's leave it at 3.
No, I'm just,
Max.
Where are you from?
Actually, I'm from Southern California, about 35 or so minutes east of Los Angeles.
Okay. And when was your last relationship?
It's been quite a while. It's been a minute. Yeah.
Like 2 years, 4 years?
No, probably around like serious one, probably like 6 years or so.
Okay. And do you normally date other athletes or?
No, not really. Like even just growing up in high school, college, I tried to steer away from that because it didn't seem like it was kind of serving me. But I'm just open-minded in general. Like I don't need someone or necessarily they don't have to do exactly what I do or enjoy the exact things that I enjoy. I've had opportunity to travel to different countries and everything and be exposed to so much. So I really enjoyed being able to learn, from other people or, people that like fishing or, I've been exposed to the farm life. I'm not saying I want to be on, but I just enjoy different things. So I'm really open-minded. So it doesn't have to be just like.
Okay, just one more. I see the scripture on your bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
How important is religion in your life? What is your religion? What is your walk with?
I like to say that I'm God-centered. Specifically, I feel like sometimes people get caught up in specific religions, but I have my own personal relationship with God. I spend time with him like every day. I also meditate. And yeah, I guess if you want an answer, I will tell you that I'm Christian, but I also feel like I like to say specifically that I'm led by God, right? So again, like I could learn from other people as well who are God-centered. Even specifically reminds me of some friends that I have, like they're just God-centered. They might not identify and saying that they're Christian, but I learned so much from them and they helped me on my path as well.
All right, cool. That's good.
Let's go down here. Any questions over here?
Yeah, I don't want to sound rude, huh? Okay, y'all did it as me. I am an asshole, but I don't want to sound rude. But I'm kind of getting sick and tired of hearing Black people talk about God. I'm getting sick and tired of that. Like seriously, like this whole God thing. I read my Bible and I pray to God and I have a home church on Sundays and one thing. Like I'm getting tired of it. Like I really am. I'm exhausted. Okay, because my thing is, do you know how to think for yourself? Okay, can you think for yourself? Do you know how to make decisions for yourself? Do you know how to gather information, right? Do your research and arrive to a sound conclusion that you can make your own decisions and not have to wait for God, okay? Because this God stuff, you always get on my nerves. It really is getting on my nerves. I'm like, I am tired of Black people and God. I'm exhausted, okay? No. And God, and God, and God. For some of y'all who came late, right? I had this thing where I had to tell this lady, like, man, we're doing a little too much, right? Because she has a hair care business, right? And so I think, like over a year ago, I told her, like, hey, you should think about posting your content on YouTube because she has lots of content on Instagram. And Instagram can be a hater. So she's not getting lots of views. Like she'll go live for 2-3 hours. And I'm like, you should do this on YouTube. Like, it makes more sense to go live on YouTube or even TikTok than Instagram. Like, girl, like, okay. I tried to buy from her once, and her shipping fee was way more than the actual product. So I had to DM her like, do you see this? Right? So she went in there and she kind of fixed it, whatever. But I'm like, that is crazy to me. So yesterday, like, she celebrated like 5 years of her business. And I was like, that's so awesome. Like, you should think of yeah, it's annoying. Like it drives me insane. Like, it's not a joke anymore because it's like people are doing too much. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, congratulations on your 5 years. Like, I'm like, okay, you should think of moving your products to TikTok shop, right? Like, and then she gonna reply and say, oh, that she's waiting for God to lead her. Oh, Mo, I lost it. Oh, I lost it. I was like, oh, I can't do this. I was like, sis, I said, my love, with all due respect, but when I tell you, Black people in this whole God business, like, I'm right here with y'all's asses. Like, y'all get on my damn nerves. I'm like, do you realize that there are children dying in Palestine? Right? There are children dying in Palestine. God needs to come out of his bed, his castle, his kingdom, his throne to tell you to take your stuff on TikTok shop. Are you kidding me? So this is not something that you can do by yourself. You can't figure out how to get on TikTok shop by yourself. You can't make that decision by yourself. Ain't you the CEO? And I promise you, she probably like, oh yeah, God is the CEO of my business. Like, oh, you know what? I can't do this no more. Y'all driving me insane, right? You have a business. You sell online. Like, everybody talks about TikTok. It is trending. TikTok shop is making millionaires out of people. Like, that place is crazy. They talk about my money. I'm like, that place is crazy. But I'm like, if you're scared, just say that. Like, if you have fears, just say that. If you've gotten comfortable and so you don't want to leave Instagram because now you kind of like understand like how everything goes, even though it's not moving, right? Just say that. Say, I'm afraid, I am not knowledgeable, or I've gotten comfortable with IG, so I don't want to move my stuff over there. Okay, that makes more sense to me, right? I don't agree with it, but it makes more sense to say, I'm scared. It's a lot of work. I don't really want to do it. I don't know where to start. I feel overwhelmed. You see, you get me, Mo? Like, to me, that makes more sense. It's not sensible, but it makes more sense, right? And then if you say, okay, I'm scared to move over to TikTok shop, I'm like, okay, let me show you some resources that you can read, and then you'll know how to move over to TikTok shop. I even think like they have companies that help people like move over to TikTok shop if you pay some money, right? But my point is, I'm like, currently TikTok, the company like ByteDance, whatever, but TikTok, they are currently investing, like they have dedicated $2 billion to growing TikTok shop. So right now they're doing all kinds of deals. It was even better. Like, it was even better in 2023 when they first came out. That's why that girl, Candace Beauty, Stormy, she's making so much money because they were just coming out with TikTok shop. So she's like one of the few that jumped on it. Just like anything, like when you're the first like to jump on something, you might get the most money, right? You understand me? So I'm like, why would, like, I'm like, the people who sell on TikTok shop, are they also not Christians? Like, the people who sell on TikTok, what are they, pagans? They're demons? What are we even talking about? There's a bunch of Christian people who sell their stuff on TikTok shop. So why would God tell those people, oh yeah, go to TikTok shop, when the people have committed to spending $2 billion on this TikTok shop to compete with Amazon? And then God's going to say to you, oh yeah, wait for me. Let me see if I really want it. I'm like, no, God is not wicked. Because some of y'all, the way you talk about God, if someone does not know God, they would think that God is evil, right? How can God tell you not to go to a place where there's $2 billion in help, in assistance, in grants and stuff? Like, what, you know, sometimes, like, if you ever go on TikTok shop and you see, oh, like this stuff comes with free shipping, do you know who pays for that? It's TikTok. So the seller is not going to pay for shipping. The buyer is not going to pay for shipping because they're trying to get more transaction on the app. They want more transactions. They want more reviews, right? So like me, like even when I write reviews, like, because I review a lot of stuff on TikTok shop, because I really want to be known for like my reviews on TikTok shop. It's a real thing for me, right? But my thing is, like when I tell you this, Mo, when you write, every time you buy something, and like if you take pictures and you take videos and you leave a review, right? You start getting money. Like, I think this week alone, I got like $15, like all my reviews and stuff, right? But oh, if you write a review, you get $5. You write this review, you get $5. So I'm like, yeah, I got like my 2 separate accounts. I got $15, okay, that I can spend towards something else, right? You'll even have sellers reach out to you. I was talking to this one seller because she wants me to promote more stuff for her. because she really likes what I did for her stuff when I bought her stuff, right? But I'm like, listen to me. Listen to me. Okay? Why would God tell you not to go on TikTok Shop? You are the CEO of your company. You have to make executive decisions. Like, you can't sit here and say, oh, I'm waiting for God. I'm waiting for God. What does that even mean? It's a business. You don't need to wait for God. You sit there, you do your research, you watch as many videos as you can, you read as much as you can about TikTok Shop, right? You see what other brands are doing, right? And then you just ask God for help. Like, say, oh God, I really want to do it. Can you please bring people into my life that can help me to be successful on TikTok Shop? It's not up to God. If you want to stay in bed all day, hey, you're going to stay in bed all day. Oh, I'm waiting for God to wake me up. I'm waiting for God to tell me when to start going to the gym. I'm waiting for God to tell me when to eat healthy. Like, you don't really want to do it. Like, what the heck? You don't want to do it. Like, stop hiding behind God like this. Like, it triggers me. You're almost like your mid-30s. Like, you have a mind of your own. Like, you're capable of studying. Like, you're capable of doing research. You're capable of figuring out how much it's going to cost you to go on TikTok Shop, right? And not just that, too. When you become a TikTok Shop seller, right? They have a whole website called TikTok Shop Business or TikTok Business, whatever. But I tell you, like, every Friday or so, they'll have seminars. They'll have business classes. I'm like, and I told her, I'm like, okay, has Instagram ever invited you to a business seminar? Right? Has Instagram ever dropped you a link to say, okay, let's teach you about marketing, how to do this, and that? They have it every Friday. Like, I get all the emails because I signed up for one, not as an LLC, but like as a solo entrepreneur. Like, you know, I signed up to have a TikTok store, so I actually have one. I don't have any products there, right? Because I want to see what's going on. But I'm like, I get the emails like at least like once a week. They have they have at least like one webinar teaching you how to be a better seller on TikTok Shop, right? Because they really want their TikTok Shop thing to be extremely successful. And not just that, if you sell really well, they invite you over. Like, you can actually go to the HQ of TikTok, take pictures, and they'll meet your people, whatever. I'm like, they really care about people. Like, even the CEO of TikTok, Shu, is that his name? Like, you'll see that man, he takes pictures with so many influencers. Like, he has met so many influencers. When it comes to Adam of Instagram, does he say hi to people? How many influencers get invited over to Meta's HQ or whatever it is to meet the Instagram team or the Instagram shop stuff, right? They don't care about people. So why are you stuck on an app as if it's like, oh, this is where God told me to be? No, I'm like, it's giving the people stuck in the desert for 40 years when Canaan was not even that far. It was not that far. It is your initiative, right? It is your initiative. You have to decide. You have to decide to move on with your life. Okay? You say, okay, this is my goal. This is what I want to do. Then you ask God for favor. But you don't say, oh God, I'm just waiting for you. I'm just waiting for you. It's not his business. God does not need to sell flax LG. Okay? So it's like, you get me? But it's okay. Oh, you're not making enough money. Go back to school. Maybe get a master's, get an MBA. Oh, I'm waiting for God to tell me. I'm waiting for God to tell me. Then you don't want it bad enough. You want to be poor. You want to be poor. I'm like, nah. This, like, it really started to trigger me. Like, this is enough. Like, now when I hear a Black person say, God, I'm out. Gotta go. Gotta go. Because they don't use God to say, because God is on my side, I will always be successful. Like, no matter what I do, no matter where I go, you know what I'm saying? Because God is on my side, therefore I'll be successful. Does that make sense? I'm like, this is how when I read the Bible, that's how it comes to me. Because greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. So if I say, okay, I'm going to go on TikTok Shop, I don't know it, I might feel overwhelmed. Yeah, just like anything else. But my thing is, if you really make it your business to learn, you're going to learn. When Instagram first came out, we didn't know anything about Instagram. But we made our business to learn. The filters, the this, and that, right? You learn. And you make mistakes, then you learn. Right? Even when YouTube came out, a lot of us didn't even know how to do YouTube. Right? We watched other people. Okay, I guess that's how you do it. The lighting, this light, we know. Right? Live streaming. People go, okay, I guess that's how you do it. Right? It's like, stop being afraid of learning something new. No, Mo, like, it drives me insane, Mo. Like, it drives me crazy. How can you read the Bible and you're so paralyzed like this? Like, what kind of Bible are you reading? Like, it triggers me. Oh my God. It triggers me. How can people call him, oh God, this and this, that? You don't really believe it. You don't. How can you believe in resurrection when you're afraid to start a TikTok shop? Come on. Like, do you know how hard it is to die and be resurrected? Okay. Oh, be born of a virgin. So you can believe that somebody was born of a virgin, like with no intercourse. You can believe that somebody got killed, put on a cross. He was laid to rest. He was laid to die somewhere. And then he woke up 3 days later. So you believe in all of that. But then you don't believe in like, oh, if I go on TikTok shop, I can make it. You're not serious. Like, you are really not serious. Like, oh, leave me alone. And I said to her, I'm like, sis, if you block me, I get it. Yeah. But it has to be said. You're a CEO. You are a CEO. This is a business. It is not a hobby. It's a business. And I told you this. When I tried to support you, I said, look at your shipping fee. And it's just way too high. It's prohibitive. And people are going to leave stuff in the cart. Because I'm like, she has beautiful hair, you guys. Her hair is beautiful. She has grown her hair for 5 years. I'm like, you grew your hair for 5 years. Your hair is so beautiful. But you just want to keep your hair on Instagram? Like you work so hard just to be stuck on one app? Are you actually serious? Like, are you actually serious? So I'm like, you know what? If you want to block me after this, I get it. But I had to say it. This is insane. There's $2 billion to be had on TikTok shop. And you're telling me that God told you to stay here. Who shops on Instagram? Who even thinks about shopping on Instagram? Right? Right now, if it's not Temu, it's TikTok shop. That's it. This is, I guess, then Amazon, but even Amazon, a lot of people are not shopping with Amazon anymore the way they're shopping with TikTok shop. People are making, even these TikTok shop affiliate people, they're making all kinds of money. I'm like, what the heck? Right? But like Black people, excessively religious, everything is excessively religious, right? And then it's like people are excessively broke because you do too much with all this religion stuff. Dude, it's just too much. It really is too much, right? Make up your mind. And most likely, if you did more research and you really had the facts, because the facts are so convincing, you will be quick to want to open a TikTok shop because, oh, wow, I didn't even know this. Yes, because you didn't do any research. So just say that. Say you're scared. Say you're ignorant. Like, say you're overwhelmed. But I'm like, even going on TikTok shop, if some people like your products and they start reviewing your products, right, you have no idea. All it takes is one person grabbing your product, making a video, and the video goes viral. You just never know. Oh, no, I got to stay on Instagram. I got to stay on Instagram like it's your family's business. Man, I know them people. Right? You can wake up one day and Instagram took your page down. They stopping all your sales. I'm like, it's nothing to you to try. Just try. Even YouTube, like YouTube also, if you're monetized on YouTube and you have a brand, you can bring your Shopify store onto YouTube. And I told her that. I'm like, even with TikTok, you're already selling on Shopify. All you need is a plugin that connects your Shopify store to TikTok shop. You don't have to redo the whole thing. But because you don't want to do research because you're waiting for God. Like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? Did Jeff Bezos wait for God? Did Elon Musk wait for God? You know what I mean? People go after their own destiny. Like, what do you want? Like, what do you want to be known for? Okay, how big do you want your brand to be? But I'm like, or that's a hobby. Like, I'm so confused. But I'm like, if you had been on TikTok shop, not only would you have not had to pay for shipping, you wouldn't have had to pay for shipping. Your buyers wouldn't have had to pay for shipping because TikTok is eating up the cost. They're subsidizing shipping fees. So like they pay for shipping fees, right? And then sometimes they'll give you free shipping and like they'll give the buyer like the buyer like 10% off or $5 off, right? Even that as well. It's not coming from you. So if you sell something for like $30, right? And then TikTok says to a person, oh, on your first order, you get $10 off. When you're the seller, you are still getting your $30. The buyer's going to pay $20 because TikTok eats up the cost. So you lose nothing. You set your price. And then whatever discount that the algorithm offers the people, TikTok is the one paying for that. They eat up the cost. So they can have free shipping and a coupon code, right? And all of that, you, the buyer, you never get charged. You never get charged. They eat that money because they have that $2 billion right there. It's just for that. And I don't know, I guess like maybe like 2-3 years from now, they might stop doing that. But right now, the money is still there. So I'm like, go and try. Go and try it. But I'm like, Olaplex is there, Way is there, Amika's there. Who else is there? Redken is there, a K18 is there. All these big brands, like all these big hair care companies, like they're all on TikTok Shop. So if the billionaires are there, why are you not there? Right? You see all these major hair care companies, like they're all over the place. They're on every single app, YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, IG, TikTok. And I'm like, because they know you got to be everywhere so you can catch the most amount of people. But I'm like, even the Bible says, like, spread out your tents, right? Spread out your net, like catch as many things as you can. You're like, oh no, I'm just sitting here. I'm waiting for God to tell me to go open a TikTok shop. And I'm like, what the heck am I even reading? Like, what is this goofy shit? Like, what is this? Oh, I was so triggered yesterday. I was just so triggered. I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. And if you block me, I get it, but it had to be said because I don't understand. Like, how can you be a CEO and you think like this? And you see, and this is why sometimes founders of companies do not or should not be the CEOs because you're not thinking straight. You probably have a great idea, but for this business, hey Sandra. But for this business to actually go somewhere and be successful or be as big as it possibly can be, we need somebody who actually understands business. And that's why a lot of times when investors come in, they fire the founder because like, oh, you're going to be too emotional. And you're not going to do what needs to be done for this company to be great. I'm like, before I didn't see it. But now that I'm older, I can kind of see it. Especially if you have a Black female founder who's waiting for God. Oh, I got to wait for God. I got to wait for God. I got to wait for God. No. If I'm investing in your business, I'm going to fire your ass. We're not waiting for God. We're going to do the research. We're going to run the numbers. If it makes sense financially and there's like the downside is not that big, we're doing it. We are doing it. Like, we're not waiting for God. You don't have to wait for God. Now, if it's major surgery, maybe, but also that you should get all the details. Like, okay, how many surgeries have people done? What's the survival rate? Like, it's your job to educate yourself. It's your job to know the numbers. And then you got to decide if the numbers make sense, right? If it makes sense, you got to do it. Like, it's business. Like, this is not a hobby. Like, what is going on? But I'm getting sick and tired of Black people and God.
What's important to you in life?
Health is very important to me. And like I would love to.
What's it?
So I'm very much into health. So I would love to help others become healthier themselves, and that's just become a passion of mine. I love reading health books and different things like that. So I feel like that's very important to me in just helping other people be healthy. More specifically, like it just makes me sad, like that I've lost family members and people that are close to me, essentially for no reason. And so some health is really passionate to me, and I've had actually a tough injury myself, so it just sent me on this health journey, spiritual type of journey. And that would be the thing that I'm most passionate about, and just wanting to see the world and see just different perspectives.
Cool.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Am I allowed to ask a question? You want to ask him one more question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
So I know I'm gonna get a 2 for 1.
Okay.
So where do you live, and do you all have children?
Okay. Where do you live, and do you have children?
I currently live in Los Angeles, but that could change at any moment. I don't really like it there. So I do not have any children, though, but I do aspire to have children.
Where do you live, and do you have any children?
I live in Phoenix and no children.
And you said you're where?
I'm in Southern California.
You're in Southern California. Okay. All right. It is time to pop a balloon. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop one of their balloons. And so let me go ahead and hand you a pick. There you go. And go ahead and pop one balloon whenever you're ready.
That's not easy.
I know. Everyone says that.
They literally do, because I watch.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it is. Like, pop his balloon. But no, really, I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. So, James, why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
Just listening to some of the things that she's into and some of her aspirations. It was just interesting. Looks like a young Layla Ali a little bit. Probably heard that before, or maybe a Sanaa Lathan a little bit. You get those vibes. She's dressed very well. She seems like she's into faith and has those Christian beliefs. So just a pretty girl that would be interesting.
You people, your Christian beliefs, y'all get on my nerves. Okay, y'all need to have beliefs of action. I need people that can take action quickly, not quickly, but that know how to go do the research and okay, like I've done my research, so I'm convinced by what I have and I'm ready. Like if it goes left, it's okay because I did my research. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want because this is crazy. It's a lot.
Need to know.
Cool. Thank you. Okay, let me have you scoot on that way. Let me bring you on up here with us. Come on up. If you could just go a little more. Okay, so do you all have any final question for one another? If you don't, that's okay.
How do you like to spend your free time?
It really just depends on how I'm feeling. So sometimes I might like to go to a concert or just relax. It just depends on what I'm doing. Spend time with my family, but I'm always just open for anything, traveling. So I'm just open.
Okay.
How about yourself?
Same, traveling, or it would also depend on like my schedule too. I'm pretty busy, but I make time for what I want. So it just depends. So would that be something adventurous like a hike or just going out to the town, exploring and trying to learn something new or do some fun activity?
Okay. Can I ask one more thing?
Go ahead.
Well, you mentioned that you live in Phoenix, but then you also mentioned that you're really busy. So I'm from California. Is that a issue?
No issue.
Okay.
You ain't too far.
No, not at all. You're just next door, girl.
Yeah.
All right. So my final question, is it a yes for you for her?
It's a yes.
And is it a yes for you for him?
Yes.
We got a match. I'll take the mic and you guys can go on off. Make some noise for them guys. Yes, you're good.
Let me show y'all this real quick, right? This girl, she came on TikTok, right? That's why sometimes I do love TikTok though. Like the good side of TikTok, right? So she came on TikTok because she's Puerto Rican. She has a coffee shop, Lo Tienda, in New York City. And so it seems as though like they're raising her rent and there's like a fancier, like more expensive, more established like coffee shop that's moving in the same building. So Amanda she was crying on the internet, right? 5.7 million views, right? And then after that, people started like making videos, supporting her. We're gonna come order from you. And then she was like booked and busy. So let me play this first video. Hold on.
Okay, so anyone that's been
Hi, my name is Rachel, and I own a coffee shop in Brooklyn. If you don't know me, I started my business with my boyfriend, just the two of us, with just a couple $1,000. And it really has changed my life, and it was like the scariest thing that I've ever done. And I mean, I'm gonna feel stupid if I try to edit this, but I'm just gonna speak while I'm feeling these things, because honestly, this is gentrification. So I own a coffee shop. I started it myself. I've been doing it for 4 years now. It's just me and Taylor. I'm one of the only newest Puerto Rican owned businesses. I have no spoon feeding me ab. It's just my hard work. And today, I just got word that
On TikTok.
I might not be able to stay in the same lease because of rent increase, which is the reality for so many people. But not only that, right next door to me, they're putting a coffee shop. And I don't know if I sound like so stupid crying and complaining like this, but it just feels like you just can't win. Like what? Like the small people can't win. And I can work so hard. And I can have such a good mission behind what I want to do, and I want to uplift other women, and I want to show that us Puerto Rican women can do things and be successful and make an impact on people. And I'm just scared. I guess I'm recording this because I'm hoping that there's something good that's gonna come out of this. That somewhere down the line, a few months from now, I'll be looking back and this is a blessing or something. Basically, if you haven't come to Buddies yet, you have like 6-7 months to do so. And I want to make the most out of it. And yeah. So my name is Rachel, and I own a coffee shop in Brooklyn. I started it myself. I roast all the coffee. No one gave me money to do this. I have no one backing me except all of you guys. So, yeah. I just want to make the most out of this, and I hope to make an impact on Williamsburg, because if you don't know, I mean, what most of you know Williamsburg as now is like this annoying place that you like fucking hate or you fucking love, but it was a predominantly Puerto Rican neighborhood before all the gentrification wiped so many people away. So for me, what it meant for me to start a new business was this fresh start of like, you know what? We're not going anywhere. We're here, we're staying, we can succeed, we can build our businesses, we have community here. But just money is always money. I don't know if anything of what I'm saying.
Sorry, you guys. But if you look in her comments, right? Because I'm a little bored. But if you look at her comments, right? Who you see right there? Okay, Joe Jonas. Okay, Good Morning America. Bethany Frankel was in there. I don't know who Cyrus is, but so Joe Jonas. Okay, so he got 6.5 mil. Okay, then you have where are the comments?
I don't.
Good Morning America, 3.7 million. So like they said, oh, check your messages because most likely they'll do a story on her, right? Who is Cyrus? I don't know. Okay, whoever that is. Okay, so that's Cyrus. Okay, cool. Then you also have Anna, 11.8. Okay, my point is, right? Do you see how being in all the right places can change your life, right? Because what if she had cried on Instagram? It wouldn't have gone like this. It wouldn't have gone like this. When I tell you TikTok has an amazing algorithm, you guys, it is not a joke, okay? TikTok has an amazing algorithm. Let me show you something. Hold on. Let me show you something, okay? You have to see this. Maybe I should be like a TikTok coach. I don't know. Let me show you something. Hold on. Where's my page? Happy hair. Okay. All right. So y'all see my page, right? This is a brand new page. I started the page on the 13th of the month, right?
I am currently 8 months postpartum, and I'm committed to not.
Okay, thank you, girl. We have to, girl. We're happy for you. Okay. So, okay, yeah. Right? So a day before Valentine's Day. Because I was like, you know what, Marlene, just go ahead and do the TikTok. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. Because I already had the content because I was posting on YouTube, right? Okay. Do you see how this page only has 36 followers? Do you see how this page only has like 30, what is it? Okay, 36 followers, right? Okay, cool. Look at this. Almost 1,000 views. 222, 336, 361, right? I get way more views than I have followers, right? Only have 36 followers. Okay, now let me show you my YouTube channel. Okay, and this is why you have to post on all 3 platforms because every platform has a different algorithm now. Let me show you here. Hold on. Okay. All right. Here's the YouTube channel, right? Okay. Look at my shorts. So here I have almost like, so I'm a 950 subscribers, right? Okay. But you see, on YouTube, for example, I don't really exceed my subscriber count in terms of view count, right? So I have less views than I have subs on YouTube, right? And it could change later. It could change later, right? I've had moments where I had like more views though. I had more views than I had subs, right? But my point is, this is why you have to post on all different platforms, because you just never know. You never know. YouTube, you can have lots of subscribers on YouTube, right? You post your shorts and you're not getting more views than you have subs on YouTube, right? Then you'll go to TikTok, for example. You know, I only have 36 people, but I get all these views. Though why? Because TikTok has a better algorithm. Like when it comes to dispersing, like distributing the content to people, all kinds of people, TikTok, their algorithm does a way better job. It does a better job. Even Instagram, for some weird reason, like Instagram, my new Instagram is doing quite well. I'm like, that's crazy. My views are nice. Let me see if I can show you my Instagram. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So see on Instagram, I have 30 followers, right? This page has 30 followers, right? Okay. Let's look at it this way. See, even on IG, right now I get more views than I have subscribers, right? So this is why when you are posting on social media, especially if you have a business, right? You have to post on all three platforms, because you don't know which algorithm is going to be nicer to you. Yeah, right? You just don't know. So you got to post on all three. Don't say, oh, I'm just going to stay on Instagram. I'm going to stay on YouTube. Right? I was like, you know, because I was like, you know what, Marlene, you might as well post, like, you might as well create an Instagram and a TikTok to go with the hair channel. And I was like, you know what, if it comes back on the app, because at one point TikTok was the TikTok app was no longer in the app store. So I was like, okay, if it comes back. And then when I looked, it was back. I was like, okay, I guess it's a sign from God. So I just started posting. I don't need God to tell me like, oh, Marlene, today is the day that I need you to open a TikTok. No, why would I not do that? I don't need God for that. I don't need God for that. You create a new account, use an email, and then you start the account. That's it. It's over. That's it. Like nothing more, nothing less. And I already had the content. So I'm like, I'm just reposting on everything that's on a YouTube channel. I'm just reposting that on TikTok. And I'm also reposting it on what's that place called? On Instagram, right? That's it. And because every time when I post on YouTube, right? When I post on YouTube, if you ever play any of my shorts today, okay, right? What would it be? Okay. See, I always write captions also. Like I write my captions. Like every video has a caption. Like from my long form to my short form, I always write captions because YouTube is a search engine. YouTube, like it needs all the metadata. So guess what? I do it. Okay. And how do I do it? I use DeepSeek. Okay. All right. So I'll type it and I'll just have like DeepSeek like fix it for me. I just copy and paste. So when it came time to post, like when it came time to post on TikTok and Instagram, I already had the captions right here. Just copy and paste. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is do the hard work one time. Once you do the hard work one time, you take the content, you take the caption, and you just start posting everywhere. You know, I even have a Pinterest. Do you want to see it? Yeah, I was like, why not? Okay. Oh, let me show you, bro. Hold on. I even have a Pinterest. Where's my channel again? Hold on. Let's go back. Okay. So see right here, say your links. Scroll. You see this? Because I'm like, you know, hopefully by God's grace, one day, this channel is going to be really big. You don't just focus on your hair content, my hair growth journey, whatever, right? So we have a TikTok, happy hair curly curls. We have an Instagram, happy hair curly curls. We even have a Pinterest. Okay. So what I did then was, so look, we even have a Pinterest, y'all. And once again, I already made the content. So it wasn't like, oh my gosh, my life is so hard. Okay, I already have the videos. I already have the captions. I already have the hashtags. You know, some videos I might have to cut them shorter because here there's a limit, like this, how heavy the file can be per video, so that I have to fix. But those 3 were small enough. Like I have 4 videos, right? Okay. No, what is this? Okay. But so far I have like 4 videos. But I have more. I'll move everything here also. But it's like, it never hurts. You just don't know. I'm like, you know, am I crazy about Pinterest? No. Oh, sorry, I didn't show you guys. My bad. Right? So see, we also have a Pinterest. So am I crazy about Pinterest? I don't know. But you just never know. Somebody might like it. You just never know who can find you anywhere. Like, you just never know. And maybe one day I'll wake up and I might do even a LinkedIn. I don't know. But I'm like, what's the big deal? Like, just put it out there. Like, to me, you guys tell me if I'm crazy. But to me, the more you put your content in different places, the easier it is for God, or not even God, because he's busy, but your angels, right? Because I do believe we have angels, like, but your guardian angels, your destiny helpers, it's a lot easier for them to help you because you're in so many different places. But if you're just stuck on one app, okay, you know what I'm saying? And even now, if you notice also, if you go on TikTok, I can't, hold on. Let me show you my phone. Hold on. Because here you can't see it. But if you go on TikTok now, TikTok will ask you to like do like daily challenges. Like, oh, they want you to post pictures. I don't know, but it's like, it's a big thing. But it's a real thing though. Like, this is a picture post. This is a picture post. This is also a picture post. But like right now, when you do carousels on TikTok, you're getting more views. Oh, sorry, my bad. Right? You see this one? That's the post, right? That's a picture post. So it's almost 900 views, right? This one is 222 views. And this one is like 361 views, right? See that? Right? But there are like these little challenges that you get when you get on TikTok. Let me see. Oh, there's a glare. No, then you won't be able to see it. How do I do it? Or do I dip my phone? Hold on. Let me see. Maybe if I bring down my brightness, maybe it'll be easier. Okay, yeah. You see this better? Okay, look. There's like, you see the little camera? You see the little camera icon? Do you see this? Right? Because TikTok wants you to post pictures. So they're saying like, do everything TikTok wants you to do. And then that way they'll push your content out more. But right now they really want pictures. Right? So I'm like, okay, sure, don't hurt me. Because one thing was like, oh, what do you do? Like, what are your favorite like hair products? What are like, talk about your natural hair color, right? So things like that. So okay, sure, no problem, I'll do it. Okay. Then they have your thoughts, right? Like there's little bubbles. Like you've seen this on Instagram. Instagram has the same thing where they want you to like say how you feel. So I'm like, okay, I'm excited to grow my hair. Down to my back. Okay. All right, cool. Run, boom. Okay. Just do it. You see? Boom. Okay. I even do the same thing on Instagram. My new Instagram, like I have my thoughts. I'll like leave a little comment thing. Like there's like this little, it's like you can leave a note on a picture. I don't know. I'll do it for fun also. I leave comments like, child, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Bring it on. Okay. You ain't hurting me. You are not hurting me, boo. So you see this picture? I posted this one today, right? And I don't think I've ever got like these many views in such a short amount of time because 5 hours ago, right? So see this? See? 5 hours. So I was like, okay. My hair got darker using Olaplex, K18, and Prey and Redken Bond treatments to repair my hair. That's it. But I already have the pictures on my phone. Okay, sure, no problem. You ain't hurting me. Shoot. Right? So it's like really interact with the app. Post your stuff everywhere. Write your captions and then tell DeepSeek. Like you'll say to DeepSeek, oh, can you help me? Let me show you how to do it. Okay. This is what I'll say. Right? Because I type it, like I type everything into Google Drive, right? Google Docs, right? And then I'll have a prompt that says, hi, DeepSeek, can you help me to optimize the statement from my YouTube description box, right? And they'll be like, okay, then I paste what it is. I paste everything in there. And then it comes out like this. Really cute, to the point. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. The cute little hashtags for me. It's the hashtags for me. Okay. All right. Y'all see this? Okay. And then I'll just copy and paste. That's it. Instagram, TikTok, IG, boom, boom. I'm done. I'm out. You know, I'm like, you just never know. You just never know. So it's like, do not be afraid to put yourself in different places. Like, do not be scared. You have nothing to lose. Like, you have everything to gain. Plus, it's free. It might be a little tedious, but once you do it once, it's easy. Like, just copy and paste. Okay. Or selling my Amazon products to my TikTok shop to avoid shipping myself. Maybe you can. I think so, because I ordered this hair product from this lady and it came from Amazon. But look, once again, babe, what I tell you, right? Look at the price, look at the cost, right? You're gonna have to pull out your Excel spreadsheet and do the math. Like, is it cheaper for you to print, to ship the stuff, or is it easier for you to have your stuff go through Amazon, right? Gotta do the numbers. Like, you have to do the financials, and then you'll decide like which one is better, right? But like I said, sometimes also the thing is, if you connect your store to Amazon, maybe they'll cover shipping fees. I don't know. Maybe look into that, because look into that and see. But with anything else, I will say, like, always work the financials and look at the numbers. Now, okay, do I save going with Amazon fulfilling it, or is it better if I do it? The one thing I will tell you, if you decide to ship it yourself, you get to write notes to your customers, right? So I do feel it, because like the big thing about big thing about TikTok shop is reviews, right? Reviews. You want people to leave you 5-star reviews, and you will want people to take pictures and videos and things like that, right? Because once they do, it makes other people want to buy. You understand what I mean? So I do feel like if you were to ship, like, you don't have to do it all the time, but it's like initially, if you could ship it yourself, and then like maybe like you put a card in there, you write a note, like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for buying me. Please leave me a 5-star review. Just all this begging stuff, right? Yeah, until you build enough reviews that, okay, like I have like 100 5-star reviews. I have 200 5-star reviews, right? And then you can let Amazon do it. But like if you ship it yourself, when you first start off, you get to put more of a personal touch on every order that goes out. And that does mean something to people, especially like when you have a small business. Hopefully I'm making sense, right? Now let me tell you this, because I saw your page. Hold on. I'm assuming this is the page, right? Just the page. Okay. This is the page, right? I'm waiting for you to confirm this the page. Like, part of me wants to be like a TikTok shop coach. I'm like, bro, you do too much. Like, I have too many ideas, right? But my thing is, but I will say this to you though, right? I think you have to work on your little bio stuff, like work on that. You know what I'm saying? I would work on that. Make it more like tell people what kind of problems you're solving. I think like that should be what's in your bio. Like, oh, helping like K-5 read faster, read in 90 days. Like, I don't know. Like, it has to be a pitch, right? Unlock your children's imagination. Like, what is the brand about? I don't know, but think about that, right? And of course, have more content. And I do feel like what I would do if I was you, I would find like sources, like videos, like news sources, like where they talk about like the horrible school grades, like the kids are failing at school, the children can't read. And then I would just do response videos to that and be like, oh, you see, my book solves the problem. My book solves the problem, right? Because I know it's messed up. It really is messed up, but I just feel like you should take advantage of a parent's fear. Like, what parents wants to have a child that can't read? Okay, boo boo the fool. Okay, so I would find a lot of clips, right? Even if it's on TikTok, where I would find clips that talk about children and their low reading scores in America, right? And I would fix, okay, then you would respond back. So first you start with the clips that has bad news, then you continue the video talking about your book and how your books fix the problem and how they can get the book. Hopefully I'm making sense, right? And if you really want to go there, you can even find a video of Trump saying he's about to cancel the Department of Education. And then you come on in, okay? Then be like, okay, now, but my book does this. Like, sometimes you got to trigger people a little bit. You got to trigger these people, right? But that's what I will do. It's like using fear, it does work. Is your child behind? Are you struggling to help your child knowing how to read? Like, do you, right? Or maybe you talk about some studies, like studies have shown that when 5-year-olds are introduced to reading in this way, they become more creative. And my book does and you can buy it here. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Right? Like, that's how we'll do the content. Right? You know what I'm saying? And if you're really focusing on Black children too, like maybe you can find clips of like Black kids or like prodigies, because we'll see like a Black child got like a 1,600 or 2,400 in the SAT. We'll see a Black child that's valedictorian. We'll see a Black child that has like $200,000 in scholarship money, right? So you start off with a good clip about this, like a Black prodigy. There is a way. It's called what are they called again? Duet? Is it? No, Stitch. It's called Stitch. There you go. It's called Stitch, right? That's what I would do. So fear and good news. Like, do you want your child to be a prodigy like this baby? Do you want your child to have $200,000 in scholarship funds, or, you know what I'm saying, scholarship offers? Well, your child needs to learn how to read. And let me tell you how I can help you. Bum, 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 bum. Okay? That's it. This is how you got to do it. But I'm like, your bio, you got to change the bio a little bit. Got to change that. Right? I would work on that. But you got to have more content. So the month of March, you have to challenge yourself and do 30 pieces of content for real, like you really do. Yeah. I'm not waiting for God. I ain't waiting for God for nothing. We're gonna sit here. We're gonna solve these problems. Like it's getting ridiculous. Like, oh my God, it drives me insane. I'm like, oh my gosh, right? No, it's just way too much. And the good thing is also, like on TikTok, you have people on TikTok who do give advice on like, okay, how to grow your page. This guy, I found this guy too. Let me see if I can find him. Hold on. Where's the guy I found today, Jaya? Me trying to charge a little bit, but I was like, I ain't paying for nothing, but his advice was pretty good. Let me see, what's his page? Let me show you his page. Hold on. Ace. Okay. So here's the page called Ace Growth. Okay, let's go right here. Hold on. It's not this one I saw. What one is it? What's it called? TikTok secret. Okay. What happened?
85,000 followers in just over. If you're not doing this on TikTok, you're missing out on millions of views and you're probably wasting your time. And this is a thing that once we figured it out, we grew this account to over 85,000 followers in just over 3 months. So make sure you save this so you can come back to it later. I've already showed you the thing. The first line of this video was something called a fear-based hook.
Yeah.
I had a topic in mind for this video, which was how to get more views. So I had to come up with a one-liner that would get people who are interested in that topic to watch the video. Using the fear-based hook, I picked the fear that people think that they're missing out on a lot of views, because they are, and people think they're wasting time on TikTok, because they are. To resonate with the people I want to target and then move them into a video that's actually going to help them. So now I'll give you a step-by-step so you can do it too. To complete the cycle, to use a fear-based hook, take the idea of your video and picture someone on the other side of the screen listening to that video. What are their fears? What are their worries? How can you relate to them? How can you answer those in the video? And how can you wrap that up in a one-liner? So the fear-based hook is one of many different hooks you can use, making it pretty easy to figure out what your opening line should be, and not joking, double your views overnight. So if you want me to make another video on another kind of hook, just comment hooks. But we have a completely free sheet called our hook formula template for audio and text hooks for everyone who signs up to our completely free TikTok growth community over on school.com. TikTok is changing in 2025, so here's what you need to consider if you're trying to grow your profile this year. And here's what we think, after looking at hundreds of accounts, will actually work. So first and foremost, you've got the launch of TikTok Notes, which is basically just Pinterest, but on TikTok. So TikTok's going to start rewarding photo content a lot more as it's pushed out further.
Yeah.
A really quick strategy is to just make a photo piece of content, video content that you make. It'd be really quick, and it can make sure you can get more content out each week. Secondly, you've obviously got the thought bubbles next to your name. So you can click it on your profile and you'll see a little thoughts bubble that just says thoughts, and you'll see it on others' profiles of who you're following. TikTok wouldn't launch this if they didn't want you to use it. So use it however best works with your profile. And all in all, it feels like TikTok's trying to create a community. Or they're trying to reward the creators who are creating a community. We want creators posting videos in multiple formats so that everyone interested in different formats can digest them. We want creators posting stories to give like a behind the scenes of your day-to-day rather than the polished content, which helps people understand you and helps people follow along with you. We want people to share their thoughts. No point sharing your thoughts if TikTok didn't think a community could benefit from them. So how can you use all of these together to create a really awesome experience for the people you're trying to bring in? Here are a couple of hot takes for this year. Creator search insights are probably going to work less and less. TikTok are clearly focusing on other elements of the platform, so they're going to reward creator search insights less, but it's still a really good research tool to see what kind of content you should be making. Engaging on other people's profiles is probably going to get a bit more important, but I think there'll be a crackdown on the spammy kind of it. If you're liking loads of videos really quick, you're going to get a violation. If you're following loads of people really quick, you're going to get a violation. If you're commenting the same thing every single time, you're going to get a violation. If you're doing the bloody teamwork trend, you're going to get a violation. TikTok will want to promote real interactions. So how can you watch a video all the way through, actually share it with your followers, add a meaningful comment that you're not doing on every single video? That's going to get rewarded a bit more. And another hot take is that TikTok is still trying to become a really good search engine. So TikTok SEO is going to be really important. The more content you create on rising popular searches that they need to fill, the more views you're going to get and the quicker you're going to grow. Let me know your TikTok hot take for 2025 and I'll get a video out explaining whether we agree and see what the implementations are of it. And if you want a completely free course on growing on TikTok and you want a document that shows you how to structure your audio hooks and your text hooks, and you want educational content, longer form from
So this is their page. This is their @ is growth. Like this is the page. Okay. So I discovered this page today and I was like, okay, cool. But I'm like, I would say to you, like the whole month of March, if you could challenge yourself to make like 30 pieces of content, okay, and you should have a YouTube, a TikTok, and an Instagram, right? But really focus on TikTok, right? Like 30 days, challenge yourself. It's going to be all kinds of awkward, but it's like you have to do it. You might end up doing like maybe like 20 or 15 pieces of content, but hey, you know, set the bar high and challenge yourself, right? But I'm like, you just never know. You just never know. So I'm like, why not try it? Right. And there are a lot of people on TikTok who give good advice on like what to do, like how to grow your stuff. Because even me, I'm watching that. So I'm like, okay, you know, because I do want the other, I do want my hair page to also be big. Like I want that to be really big because I can see myself like doing hair content like full time. I really can. Okay. So this girl, after she cried, look what happened. Okay. So here's her page, right? It's Rachel Rose. So after she cried, a lot of people started supporting her because, like I said, 5.7 million views, right?
Okay, so I've been trying to figure out for quite some time, basically since the moment I woke up, how to properly collect my thoughts and my feelings for the overwhelming amount of support that I've received. Now, I made a response video this morning on my way to roasting, and in that video I said, thank you to all 130,000 people that have watched me cry on the internet. Now that video has reached over 1 million people and I'm scared. It's a scary feeling, but if there's something I repeat over and over and over again to myself, to my friends, to my family, is that vulnerability is power. In that moment, I felt pain, I felt betrayal, I felt fear, and I felt all those things alone. Or I felt that no one's gonna understand me or no one else is feeling, or I'm exaggerating, I'm being dramatic. And I think it's important to share our pain as much as it is to share our wins. I see a lot of wonderful things on this app. We see a lot of terrible things on this app. And I don't know. Well, I just want to say that I'm so grateful that so many people resonated that so many people resonated with what I had to say, that so many people shared, that people showed up, that they want to support me, that they know that Buddies is bigger than just a coffee shop. It's a community that I've created that I feel is so much bigger than just me. I don't do this just for me. If you know me, you know, or you know Taylor, sometimes we show up and we don't got it. Like, I'm tired. We've done this every single day. If you don't know, there's a lot of new people here. Buddies is run entirely by myself and Taylor, and we have new help. His name is Rashad, if you've met him today, maybe. And we've been working every single day at this since the end of 2020. And it's not to complain, it's to say that, just to show that I want this to work more than anything in this world. I left a job before, and I'll share more, but the purpose of this video is to just say thank you. Joe Jonas showed up today, so supportive, which is crazy. I was in the middle of roasting coffee and Taylor called me and I was like, what? I will do my best to answer or respond and like every single comment, the good ones, the sassy ones. It's all okay. If there's anything that I've grown to feel and feel confident in, is feeling all of my feelings. Like, I'm gonna be happy just as much as I may be, like, I know I'm stumbling my words. I think the message I just want to say is that I'm still processing that I was that vulnerable online, but I know I'm not sorry for it, and I'm proud. And I'm so happy that so many people felt that. And it pains me to know so many people have felt that pain. And I can probably put together a little like better, a better video, better lighting. But I just don't want to keep anyone hanging. I think it was important for me to just jump on and share that your support means the world to me.
Yeah, so Joe Jonas went there. But I'm like, a lot of people went there and started buying her stuff. Like,
okay, Lindsay, I'm using your comment because I just want to be very transparent. We're receiving a lot of online orders and I'm so grateful, but I want to make sure that everyone receives their order in a timely manner. So I roast all the coffee. I'm one person, and most of the coffee, if not all of that I roasted today, is accounted for, but orders keep coming in. I just want to see if everyone is okay that has placed an order. If you see this, if you're okay with waiting, would you prefer that I shut it down, fulfill these, send these out, and then whoever wants to order places an order again once I reopen it? Or I don't know, I've never done this and I just want everyone, I just want to do things properly. I should get some sleep. Thank you, everyone. And I will continue to say, all feelings are valid. Big feelings, good ones, ugly ones, scary ones, happy ones, all feelings are valid. And I'm in my era of leaning into whatever it is that I'm feeling. I spent, and I will repeat this, and I will always repeat it, I spent so much of my time not feeling my feelings or stuffing it or feeling them in private. And I think it's so important for us to connect as a community, as human beings, that we can celebrate our wins and we can all accept and welcome fear or failure or anything. I'm going to keep repeating that. You might get tired of me saying that, but
this girl even made a video for her. Hold on. Because I saw it kind of sorry because she made a video for her. See, the girl made a video telling more people to go support the girl. And they got 1.1 million, 1.3 million views, huh?
If you haven't already seen this video, this is Rachel. She's a Puerto Rican who owns a coffee shop with her boyfriend in Brooklyn, New York. Rachel came on here and she was very vulnerable, crying, saying that she's in fear of losing her coffee shop because the lease has gone up. Rachel talked about the fact that Williamsburg used to be predominantly Puerto Rican before gentrification wiped a lot of people away, and how important it was for her to not only have this coffee shop, but to keep it open in her location. Said it's not bad enough that the lease amount is going up, but also a new coffee shop is going to be opening up next door, which is a bigger corporation. So here's what I need you guys to do. If you live in Brooklyn, if you're near Brooklyn, if you're about to visit Brooklyn, you are going to visit her coffee shop called Buddy's. Don't worry, I have the address for you guys. And if you're not in New York, please, please, please click on the link in my captions and repost her video. I forgot to mention that she said not only did she and her boyfriend start this business on their own, but she's the one roasting the coffee. Also, they apparently wholesale this coffee, and we just need to make a lot of noise to get her the business that she needs. I saw that a reporter in New York wants to do a story on this, so this is incredible. And even Joe Jonas left a comment saying that he will be stopping by to show her support, and I really hope he does, because that could turn everything around for her and her man. I swear to God, if Ramadan was not starting in 2 days, I would have gotten in my car just to drive down there to go to her coffee shop. But I can promise you, when Ramadan is over, I will be there. If you haven't already.
So yeah, it just like, it really, really went viral. Like, I was like, this is crazy. This is really, really crazy. So you just never know. You really have to put yourself out there, because you just don't know, right? Do not limit yourself, okay? And stop. We all got to stop with all this like over religious talk, like, oh, I'm waiting for God. I'm waiting for God. I need God. God this and God that and God and God, and like, ew, no. And that's why the vast majority of people who are wealthy are not Christians. And that's why the vast majority of people who are broke and destitute are Christian, okay? Like, I'm like, it makes a lot of sense, okay? It makes a lot of sense, you guys. It really does. Do not be afraid of creating content. Do not be afraid of posting yourself. Do not be afraid of posting your content. And you can also have multiple pages, right? You don't have to just do one thing. You can have at least like 2 or 3, because it gets a lot making content, I would know, right? But you can have like 2 different interests, and you can have different social media for that. So you'll see which one works better. Right? I even have to work on my fitness stuff. I gotta get that back up. Right? But it's like the hair page. I'm like, yeah, I really like my hair page means a lot to me, because I'm like, one day, you guys, I told you, like, I don't know if I ever see myself going back to selling like physical products, but I do believe in like the content being the product. But I would love to have, like, I don't want to call it a magazine, but like I don't know, like editorial house. I don't know, how would I call this? Like, right? A publishing house where it's like the whole business would just be like focusing on creating content about hair and how to have the best hair possible, how to take care of your hair, you know, how to eat for your hair. Like, the vision is big, y'all. I have a big vision. I'm giving myself 5 years for that, right? But I'm like, also, like, I have to learn how to do this stuff so I can teach. I mean, I know a lot, but I have to know even more how to do more stuff, so that way I can teach other people, and then we can have like a big publishing house that really focuses on like hair care for all people, not just white people, like white, like, it doesn't matter what you are, but wherever you are, if you have hair and you want to have beautiful hair, we'll have advice on how to grow your hair and maintain your hair and take good care of your hair. And I was like, yeah, that vision right there, it really, really does. It really, really does excite me. It makes me really happy, right? But do not be afraid. Like, don't be afraid. And you don't need God. Sometimes I even feel like the fact that you have the idea to put yourself out there, that in itself could be God. He doesn't have to tell you every single step, every single thought. Like, you can think for yourself. Like, it's not that deep, okay? It's not like you're selling drugs, right? So that's it, my people. Sorry I came late. Maverick takes all of my time. All right. But I'll try to be up. I'll try to be outside tomorrow a little early, but hope you enjoyed this little video. It was a hot mess. It was all over the place. It was not structured. It was just me coming outside and spending a little bit of time with y'all. But yeah, do not be afraid to put yourself out there, and do not be afraid to start your content. You know, one thing I felt really kind of like, oh gosh, you see, let me show you something else before I leave, right? Even this hair channel, right? I had created the channel August 12th, 2023, right? Okay. So the hair channel it was here, okay? It took me forever to come up with the name, because I was like, oh, I gotta have the right name, the right name. So that took me forever, right? But I didn't post on this page, on this channel, until like a whole year later. And I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy, right? And now, hold on. Let me go back. Okay. You see? So I started posting about like 3 months ago, right? Already like 116,000 views. So it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Right. So my long form also, like my long form video doing well. This one has 37,000 views. I worked so hard on this one. 19,000 views, 17,000 views, 2,000 views. So besides, yes, I have 7 videos, right? Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so 3 videos exceed my subscriber count, and then 4 videos exceed my subscriber count, right? And then 3 videos, okay. But these 2 right here, they were not really playing. I just had these live, so I wanted to upload them, but they look crazy. I might even block this one. I'll see, because I look crazy in this one, right? Yeah. But at that time, I didn't really have an idea. Like, I had the content. I might as well put it here, but whatever. I'll fix that. Okay. But my point is, do not be afraid to put yourself out there. And if you look crazy, it's okay. You'll just get better as you go. Okay. You'll get better as you go. Don't be scared. All right. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your night because it's getting late. Okay. February's over. Oh my gosh. Saturday is March. Oh, Lord Jesus. Whew, I'm scared. Okay. Love y'all. I'll try to come outside tomorrow. Okay. Bisous. Good night, my peoples. Good night. Love you so much. Bye, Queen. Bye, everybody. Okay. And Mo, work on your vision. Okay. You got to make it successful. Okay. Work hard and be creative. All right. I'll be outside tomorrow. Bye-bye. She got